MJC has the largest athletic program in Northern California with 21 sports being offered.
I first came to MJC, Coach Stivers came to my house with Coach Peterson, and they kind of convinced me. Then the next day they put me out in Modesto B saying that Danny Velasquez commits to MJC.
I've always wanted to be a swimmer, and I thought that swimming at a JC first, I'd dip my feet in the pool and see if I'd get recruited or not. It's very competitive, and you get very close with your teammates.
I've had athletes get their master's degrees, become doctors, chiropractors, lawyers, city council members. I think the best part of my job is getting phone calls from different types of employers that want to find out about some of the athletes that I've had in the past.
Yeah, I was able to get a scholarship to Cal State Fullerton through academic success and athletic success here through teachers and coaching.
It's like a family. I mean, we're always looking out for each other and always making sure, hey, what can I do for you? I got a student that needs this. Hey, I got somebody that needs this class, or I have this class open. What can we do for your athletes? I've seen MJC make a difference in the life of student athletes with the priority registration.
If you're a high schooler and you want to come to MJC, you can expect great coaches, a great counselor, and great student success specialists to help you along the way. We're there from start to finish. Even when you go to transfer, we even assist you after transfer.
The philosophy of our program is we're a student transfer program, so our job is to get the students in and get them out. We want the parents to know exactly what's going on and what we're trying to do from an academic to an athletic standpoint.
We always end up winning, we always being productive, we're always at the end. And the results of MJC and all the athletics are second to none. From what we start with to what we end with are not the same students. They come here and they get faster, or they get stronger, or they're a better player or a better teammate or whatever it is. They all succeed.
I always had dreams about playing college ball, and ending senior year without any offers to play big D1 ball, kind of heartbreaker. But I ended up grinding it out, hit the gym, made it happen, went to MJC, and got it done. I am signing with the Colorado University, go Buffaloes, got a full ride scholarship.
As long as you're ready to work, like Mustafa and all the other successful students we've had, all of the resources are there for you.
MJC has made me realize I can do anything. With all the hard work I can put into it, there's so much more I've done that I didn't realize I could do.
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Arr, go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Wait, did you guys smile after a serious face?
The Modesto Junior College Pirates travel to the raisin capital of the world, Fresno, as the Rams, the 5-1 Rams, look to take down the Pirates at 3-2 in the start of conference play. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. My color commentator, Sean Soares, today from Fresno City. Modesto Junior College Pirates 3-2, Fresno City 5-1. And the biggest difference when we look at these two teams on the season so far is the game against San Mateo. Modesto played San Mateo on September 21st. They had a 3-point victory, 23-20. Then Fresno City plays at San Mateo and loses by a touchdown, 14-7 on October 5th. And that's one of the biggest games as San Mateo Junior College football team is probably the best in the state. And you look at one team winning, one team losing, but Modesto, after that win, went on a 2-game losing streak, and that's where they find themselves today.
And that's not a bad place to be, in my opinion. Your back's against the wall right now, knowing you can win. What mindset do you bring out today? And they're going to make adjustments, obviously. They have it in them to win, so what are they going to do to adjust to make those wins?
Conference play starting as well today, in which Modesto being on the road against Fresno City, it's never a great thing to be on the road in conference play. It's always harder to take those wins, but the stands starting to fill up a little bit. It's a big stadium. There's a lot of seats to fill in Fresno City. As long as they have the noise, they can get under the skin of Modesto, but the Pirates also have had quite a few people show up to their games as well, and so the noise may not affect them as much as what Fresno City may think.
Right. I think the weather, too. The weather right now is probably one of the prettiest days we've had. And coming out on a day like this, you kind of forget about a lot of things. There's not a lot of other factors. Sometimes the heat can play a factor early in the season. But right now, coming out, getting the momentum in the game, I think that's going to be huge in what determines this outcome.
The offense of Modesto may be the changing factor in who comes out with this win, as they are 7th in total offense through the entire CCCAA, and they're 2nd in yards per game. But how can you be 7th in offense but 2nd in yards per game? It's struggling in the red zone and trying to score in the end. And if the Fresno City defense can keep up and push the Pirates back inside that red zone and not get them close to the goal line, then that might be the thing to be as well. So it's an offense against defensive game, but it all comes down to that 20-yard portion at the end of the field.
And it's crazy. I mean, it's such a small portion of grass to cover, but it's such huge implications, and it's not always easy to do, you know. But again, starting league right now, I think it's a great time for them to show what they have.
444 yards per game for Modesto, 345 for Fresno City. But then we look at time of possession also, and Fresno City consistently has the ball more in each game than what Modesto brings to the table. We go back to the game against Santa Rosa for the Pirates, 44 minutes of time of possession, which is the most all season long, but that's also the only game that they had time of possession for over half of the game. Fresno City, on the other hand, has the time of possession in their favor just by a couple of minutes in each game, but that could also be a big difference.
You know, that makes me just think that they're hitting home runs, they're hitting long plays. They're an explosive offense. You're getting a lot of yards with not a lot of time. That means you're spending a lot of the time running the ball with the ball in your hands versus running the clock. And it can be to your advantage, and sometimes it can, depending on the game, you know. And that may be why in the red zone, if they're scoring longer touchdowns or having longer plays from outside that 20. But inside that 20, like you said, that's when it's time to grind.
Both offenses fairly balanced. Modesto seems to have a couple more passing yards than rushing yards per game. Fresno City the same way, and they allow almost the same amount of yards rushing and passing per game as well. So it's balanced all the way around, and it's choosing those plays, whether to run or to pass against the defense that the other team is showing, that can truly make the difference. And the explosive plays, like you had mentioned, if you choose to pass when the defense is ready for a run, that can change the game immensely in the matter of 5 seconds.
Absolutely. And I think that's why a balanced approach and establishing the run early on, especially in a rival game. I mean, these are two of the better teams in the league, if not the two best. So coming into this game right now is going to set the tone for the rest of the year as well.
Fresno City kicking off to Modesto to start it, and it'll be a touchback as we see the Modesto offense for the first time.
I look at the kickoff rules in high school, college versus the NFL right now, and I'm wondering, are they going to make a change to our younger players for their safety? I'm not sure yet. But it is pretty interesting to see the huge change to football in the last few years for player safety.
And, Coach, you were telling me before the game that you used to be on the field, you used to go out there and play, and you would go out there just not caring that you were going to injure yourself for the rest of your life, most likely, and you're going to feel that a couple years later. And here you are sitting up here in the booth talking about that, in which the players probably think the same way you did.
Yep.
Throwing on the first play of scrimmage, has the man open, slightly underthrown and incomplete. Maybe a little early contact, but Modesto will have a 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
I've seen that play quite a few times in high school football, where the defender doesn't turn around and make a ball, but he contacts the receiver, and they're not calling it as much as I think they should. I'm all about players playing and doing their thing, but again, that kind of play right there needs to be called.
Intended target was number 1, Trace Hernandez, the 5'10" freshman wide receiver out of the Central Valley powerhouse of Central Catholic in Modesto. Going to his local junior college, trying to make his way up into the further ranks. As the handoff from Luke Weaver goes into the mosh pit and will go nearly nowhere.
That kind of play right there, starting it out with the pass, he had him beat, which I think if it was a little bit better thrown ball, I think it might have been a big one. But even the run right there to come back and try to establish the run after a big play that doesn't work, no yards, but you come back for the run, so that's confidence right there.
3rd and about 9 for the Modesto offense. In the gun, 4 receivers, 2 top, 2 bottom. Immediately looks left, has him open, over the shoulder throw and catch. Reeled it in on the sideline.
What a beautiful catch right there. Nice placement, nice throw, nice catch. I think the nerves are starting to disappear a little bit. And going back to the player safety, I see the game and I love the pure game of football. But at the same time, there are things that they've done to change the game, and it's the official job to, enforce that, and the players play as hard as they can all the time. Because you can't think about what's going to happen in the future, or you will get hurt. Even if you get hurt, I mean, it's something that is in the future, and to take care of your bodies now and then.
First down, Modesto, after a 26-yard gain, is the carry on the end around. Gets past midfield into the Fresno City side as some yellow flags fly on the Fresno City sideline.
That was a nice gain on first down on the run. Spread the defense out and see what they can do.
I think this might be going against Modesto.
Oh,
and a face mask against the defense. My apologies.
That must have been on the blocker, because I didn't see it on the runner at all. The flag came in before he was even tackled.
So a free 15 yards to the Modesto offense as they're trekking their way down to the 32-yard line. Producer helping us out here for the face mask penalty. It's Noah Taylor, the sophomore defensive back, getting his hands where they shouldn't. Lion Cologne will fall to the ground for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11, Modesto right in that area we were talking about pregame in the attacking third of the field, not being able to move the ball very much. It's one play. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything quite yet, but it does come to show that they're in the attacking third, the striking distance, and they lose a yard on a simple run play.
But I do like the fact that they're still trying to establish that run. Lion has some, I've seen his athletic ability and his shiftiness. It's just a matter of time before running backs like that get a break.
The pistol for sophomore quarterback Luke Weaver, 2nd and 11, goes to the run game for Lion Cologne. He'll earn the yardage back and a couple extra to make it 3rd and 7.
That's a great run. Jump cut in the hole. Got north and south quick afterwards. Got as much as he could. Went down. That's a nice, smart run.
Now 3rd and 7, you're in attacking distance. You might have to go to the air, or you just result in a field goal. But in conference play, you want to go for the glory, go for the gusto. And I could imagine they're going to go to the air here so that they get the yards.
They have some height right there in number, was that 81? Just came in the game, I believe.
Weaver, option play, hesitates, fakes up the middle, inside the red zone now for the Modesto first down.
I like it. Spread them out, bring people outside, and then run an option up in the middle. That was a great call.
Was Malachi Butler, the receiver on the bottom of your screen, like you had mentioned, labeled a tight end, but at 6'8" sophomore out of Downey, another local player to Modesto. truly show some size, and you get multiple options instead of just one, so that you can pull multiple defenders over, and that gave Weaver the option to find the gap.
Especially in that situation where you have to stretch a linebacker out because he's such a big guy, and you leave the inside wide open.
Weaver pass to the flat, escaping one defender to the pylon. Orange marker goes down, but they mark him short inside the 5.
Okay, here we go. You said we were in the red zone, and we've had 2 good plays to get into the red zone, and that one right there. Now we're on the 2. Let's see if they can punch it in. And again, this isn't easy to do.
Diego Betancourt was the player who stopped that play at the 2, but now I could only imagine Lion Colon, the sophomore running back, will get the call here as they're right at the goal line.
Well, there's an empty backfield.
What do you think, Coach?
I think they're going to sprint him out.
Weaver takes it himself. Got it. Untouched to the end zone. Touchdown, Modesto.
That's a great play. Especially you set that up earlier with that fly sweep. Got it to him big yards, plus the penalty, which marched him down. They give that same look to the short side of the field, and then he keeps it. Stretch out that play. They don't want to get beat outside on speed, and then quarterback cuts it right up the middle. That was a great play.
Remy Serrano helped the gap for Weaver to get through into the end zone. The sophomore from Pittman, former home of Colin Kaepernick. Pushed the way to the end zone. Luke Weaver, Modesto touchdown, and now the extra point. Snap, hold, kick through the uprights for a 7-0 start. It's Modesto on top of Fresno City on NorCal Sports TV.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good.
With the help of a face mask penalty, Modesto moved the field rather quickly to start off with a score 7-0 against Fresno City in Fresno. Now Fresno has a chance to answer on the first drive, or they'll let Modesto get the ball back and possibly go up by 2 scores, which you never want to do.
They're absolutely not. And, honestly, after a long, sustained drive like that, we talked about time and possession. They had a couple big plays. They had the penalties. They got them extra yards. But that was a good, sustained drive. I like the fact that a kick return can give you great field position at this level. And I feel a lot of kids, they don't want to take it out. I mean, he had a chance to catch it and let it go. I like to see him take that one out.
Modesto had 2 third downs in that drive, and they're 6th in the state for third down conversions at 51%.
Wow.
Now the first look at the Fresno City Ram offense, starting with a run play unlike Modesto, and they earned 6 yards on first down.
Fresno City has always played a physical type of football, and it doesn't matter if it's out of the spread or the RPO. They want to run the ball, and they want to run the ball hard, and they pride themselves on being a hard-nosed offense. So we'll see how Modesto can match up with them.
Four-man set for Modesto. Rusher on the edge. He cuts in. Quarterback goes to the outside, and a first down past the 40. Modesto says they have it.
That was close. I think he was down. Great hit though. But that's the kind of play right there. I know it doesn't show up in the stats at all. It looked like it was a fumble, but when you punish a quarterback as he's choosing to run, every time he runs after that, he's going to think a little bit more about getting down a little bit early. Because that was a big hit. He was getting hit from the front side and then hitting his back. Popped the ball out just a little bit too late.
Makarian, the sophomore quarterback. Whistles stop the play before as Modesto calls a timeout. 7-0 on Fresno's first drive.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
Modesto called the timeout before that play, and Coach, why?
I just don't like if they came out in a set that they didn't like to see. You know, they have a big running back in the game right now, but they had a few receivers on the outside, wide side of the field. I just think that they didn't like something they saw in there. Especially if they motion him over like they're doing. That's a lot of position players on that side of the field.
Markarian gives it off again for a 2-yard gain, make it 2nd and 8 to Fresno City after the Modesto timeout.
At this point in the game, too, a timeout being used. It's early. It's the first half. Rather than give up a big play, if you see something you don't like, I'd sacrifice the timeout for a big play or even just a mismatch in position players.
Amarion Gaines-Smith was the ball carrier on that Rams play. Now we have the whistles coming out again.
I didn't see what happened there.
4 officials all on the Fresno City sideline.
And they're calling over the head coach right now. Number 48 ran to the sidelines. He stopped before he got off the field, ran back. I don't know what's going on. What do they look? They're looking at something over here. Oh, maybe it's the play clock is off. That's probably what it was. They stopped it. Play clock was off. Okay, that's what it seems to be doing. He's clicking. They're calling the equipment guy over. Something happened with the play. Look, it's back to 7. So when he's clicking it, I think there's something going on with that because it's not resetting.
Equipment malfunctions stopping the game currently with 9 minutes, 31 seconds left in the first quarter. It looks like they'll try to get that under wraps as we take another look at one of your local NorCal Sports TV sponsors.
Time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStarted@BossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Modesto Junior College 7, Fresno City Rams 0, just over 5 minutes into the first quarter. 2nd and 8 for Fresno City, but currently an equipment malfunction is keeping the teams from returning to the field. It looks like it's the play clock, as you pointed out, Coach. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Sean Soares by my side in the raisin capital of the world. And right now, Modesto's offense kind of drying out the Rams.
Yeah. Long sustained drive marred by a couple penalties on the Rams. They managed to punch it in that ever so hard red zone for so many teams.
Issue may not have been fixed, but the officials will have to go the manual way with the wristwatch on, make sure that they're paying attention to that 40-second timer after each play. With that, 2nd and 8, Fresno. Markarian in the gun, waiting for the white hat to get in place. Defensive line shifts over. Markarian with 4 options on the give. Counted for 2 more. Now 3rd and mid for the Fresno offense, in which we haven't seen him go to the air yet, and this could be the perfect time.
Establish the run, set up the play action. I think a lot of teams sometimes they don't fully establish the run, so that the passing isn't effective if you're going to use that RPO look.
Travis Serwitt, Ramon Ruiz will be the receivers at the top of the screen for Fresno. They do have 4 outs. The secondary looks to be a little shallow on the ends. Markarian to the air. 3-man rush from Modesto. Saving time, scanning, throwing, has a man down the sideline, complete inside the 30 and down at the 20. A huge play for the Rams as they avoid a 3rd down and out. Fresno City enter the red zone on the huge 30-plus yard gain.
Now we got a couple people shaking up on the play, but going back to that catch, that was a pretty darn good catch. He was getting held a little bit by the defender, and then went up to go get it. That's what I like about nowadays you don't see it as often, but when you see a kid that can play through the adversity, whether it be a penalty or whatever, I really appreciate that with this young group of kids when they can show that.
Najee Cox, sophomore receiver, keeping that in play, and now Fresno in the attacking side of the field.
I feel like number 6 right there, he went across and he got, within that 5 yards, he got laid out, took a big hit. I'm glad he's up. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. There was a time, though, when if you laid on the field, you weren't going to get up to be able to walk off. It's like if you're down, you better stay down, and you're not going to play anymore. But I think sometimes just catching a little break, if your team needs, after a big play like that, after a big timeout, I don't know, but sometimes I feel like get tough and get off the field and let the game keep going, because especially when you have momentum if you're Fresno City.
Let's see if the Modesto defense can answer. Fresno's offense will keep the Tides rolling, run up the middle, a small gap, able to push through for a gain of 6. What about the throw on that last play from Markarian? He was getting pressured. He had to get the ball out, or else it would have been a 4th down, and they had to punt. He saw the one receiver that was open, slightly beating out his man, and threw it right in the place where it needed to be.
And that wasn't easy. He was rolling out to his left and threw, from the inside. It was a great throw and catch.
2nd and 4 for the Rams. Defense moves, not enough.
Good discipline right there to have that little jump and not go all the way through, especially when you're fired up and your body is tense and you're ready to explode and you can stop it. That's really good control. Discipline.
Back to the run, bounces to the outside through the 10 for a 1st down. It'll now be 1st and goal for the Rams offense.
Did a great job tackling him right there, because if he gets past that first defender and he's just taking on one guy, that might have been a little bit bigger of a play. But now here we go. Here's the red zone on the other side of the field.
(17 of 26 for red zone touchdowns for Fresno City. We'll see if they can do it again as they push to the middle and go upfield about 3 feet.
That was a great stop right there. You're starting to see the pursuit coming from backside on those little plays right there. In these kind of situations, it's always bend, don't break. If you can get out and they have to earn the touchdown in the red zone, that's what you want them to do. Even if they come away with the score, they have to earn it. To just take it with not a fight, that's something that we don't want to see happen.
65% of the time, Fresno City finds the end zone when inside the 20. Markarian try to make that percentage a little bigger. Second and goal. Throw it to the left side. Caught inside the 5 and just shy of the goal line. It'll be third and goal from the 1 for Fresno City after the catch from number 35, Andrew Chavez.
This is a huge play right here because you went down and marched down and scored. Now, if you can stop the team that's had great success in the red zone and you could stop them right here, that just builds to your pile of momentum that you're trying to build in a game. Look, and there's a penalty. Looks like it might be on the offense too.
Fresno City was trying to get the playoff rather quickly, and that penalty flag does bounce on the right side of the line of scrimmage, which tells us that it's against the Rams.
That's a huge play right there. A huge mistake.
Instead of it being third and goal at the 1, it's third and goal from the 6, and you have to gain all those yards back that you just did 2 plays ago.
And it's one of those things that for Modesto, that bend don't break mentality. Down here at the goal line, get the ball back with only a 3 on the board if you can. That gives your offense a little more breathing room to go out and do what they do. And now what is Fresno City going to do from this far out?
Rams are in a tight set. One man in the slot, tight end right next to him. Markarian, snap, the give. Man in the backfield escapes one. Can he do it again?
Great effort by the running back. That's a great effort, individual effort. So me personally, if I'm the Fresno City coach, this is a huge play. If you go for it and they stop you, they just shut down your offense for 4 plays down on the goal line. But if you make it, you can kind of keep the momentum even in this. But this is a huge play.
Looks like they're going to get the ball out quickly. Direct snap to the running back in a little wildcat form. Touchdown Fresno City. Amarion Gaines-Smith. 6 points to the Rams.
This is going to be a good game. Seeing what they're doing. I mean, taking this chance, I get it. It's on the 1, so you would go for it. Missed tackle led to that. I think if they would have made the tackle initially at the 5, they might have went for the field goal. But I think because they were able to get it down to the 1, I think that made up their option for them.
Extra point to tie the game from Johnny Enriquez. He will tie it up. All knotted at 7 in Fresno.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune into the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
Fresno City, Modesto Junior College taking roughly the same amount of time on each of their first drives, and we're knotted up at 7 apiece. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Sean Soares next to me on NorCal Sports TV. It's Modesto Junior College football. Pirates getting the ball back here as Enriquez will put it to the air for Modesto.
Pretty ominous music for a kickoff.
Touchback for Modesto, and we see the return of Luke Weaver, Lion Cologne. And we do have a penalty flag marked at the 21.
I mean, considering the play was going into the end zone and he didn't have any chance, I wonder what that is. It's usually a hold. But
and it was after the play against Fresno City, so that'll be tacked on to from the spot of where the ball was supposed to be. So it should be the 35, correct, Coach?
Yep. No, I take it out to the 40. Starting at 25. Yep, the 40. Penalties are weird. Sometimes when you mark them off, if it's a dead ball penalty, you're supposed to walk them off both ways. But sometimes they just call them offsetting, and it's not offsetting. Personal fouls, but if it's a dead ball, because if you're down here and you mark it off halfway, that's a 15-yard penalty, but you're on the 20, you mark it off to the 10, and then back out 15, you're on the 25. So, but if you just cancel it, it stays where it is, and that sometimes officiating crews don't always get it, but they, usually they do, but sometimes they don't.
They start with the split backs, move the right side man to the left. Pass to the flat is complete for a gain of a couple. They started their first drive with the pass downfield. Now they start with the pass parallel to the line.
That was a great catch from the running back. That was on his back hip, and it looked like the ball was going backwards. And if he misses that and it hits off, that could be a scoop and score on the defense. So great effort by that running back to keep that ball.
Joey Stout, the receiver, also out of Pittman. Cologne moves to the left, empty backfield for Weaver to throw to the right side. In time, the defensive back gets there to stop the play. Trey Carr will force it incomplete as we have a late penalty flag.
The timing looked good on that. I think it might have been John after the play. I'm not sure, though.
Our producer showing us pass interference got there slightly early, but that's not what the flag is for.
Yep.
It's for unsportsmanlike conduct afterwards.
Penalties are eating Fresno City up right now to the advantage of Modesto. Especially if you make a good play, just get back and don't say anything. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Kids feel like, and I know the emotion of the game gets at you, but this isn't really an emotional part of the game. This is just you made a good play. Just be happy with that. But good for Modesto to capitalize on that yet again.
Run to the middle earns them 2, and the bulk of yardage that Modesto has gained in this drive is all from those penalties.
Yes.
And almost in the entirety of the game so far. They've only had 2 drives, and looking at this, they've made their way half of the field, and it's all been because of penalties.
Yes, and I think on the last drive they had 2 15-yard penalties as well. And some of these, both of them, discipline. It's like undisciplined right here, personal foul, here unsportsmanlike conduct. Those are 2 discipline areas that should be addressed.
Pistol formation for Modesto, man in motion left to right, penalty flag as Weaver gets his hands on the ball. False start.
Number 53.
On the right guard.
Second and 13. Modesto had a couple of third down plays on their first drive. They've shown the passing plays multiple times, and it wouldn't surprise me if they did it here.
I'd like to see them get 81 involved. 6'8", sophomore. That's a huge body. That's a basketball body. Put him in the middle and use him to out-jump somebody. But he's right open right there.
They do look to Butler. He does get the reception, and it's another Modesto first down.
He's been wide open on quite a few plays, so I think that they got the word on the sidelines like, hey, we got to hit him. Such a big body. It's hard to single cover him. If you put a linebacker on him, then he's going to beat you with speed. If you put a DB on him, he's going to beat you with his size.
Weaver looks to do it again. We'll put it near the end zone, inside the 10, caught with no man in front of him. It's number 1, Trace Hernandez, for the Modesto touchdown.
This is an explosive offense. You cannot give them 15-yard penalties here and there. You got to make them earn every one. But on that play right there, I think if he has 70 yards in front of him, he's running. He's to the house. They didn't cover him at all. And after the big play to 81 on the left side, and they've seen him open on quite a few, they keyed on him. They went inside with him and left him wide open on the outside.
Not a single defender within 10 yards of Hernandez, putting MJC back on top by a possession as the time closely getting down to the end of the first quarter. Extra point for Modesto. We'll make it 14-7. It's the Pirates leading the Rams on NorCal Sports TV.
time to get in shape is finally here.
Modesto Junior College, 2 passing plays to end that last drive, resulting in the touchdown from Weaver to Hernandez. And now Modesto out on the field quicker than you could imagine. I don't think they ever left. And the Rams took some time to get out there, making sure that their game plan was going to be set for this next drive. Bump to the Modesto sideline, nearing the 40-yard line. That's going to be pretty much the best field position we've seen despite the penalty on the last start for Modesto.
And I was going to mention earlier about the kick returns. The opportunity to have such a big play, because to practice so much on kickoffs, because you have people that are playing on defense. I mean, there's a lot of players that don't really focus on special teams at this level. You try to get them to understand it, but that leaves a lot of big holes in a kickoff team. Those are the biggest holes that you'll ever get. That's what I kick returned here at Fresno City. Those are the biggest holes that you'll get. And when you can run through them, there's a lot of yards to be gained.
Makarian on 1st and 10 to start the second drive of Fresno. Huge hole open into the secondary, still on his feet. What a run by the Fresno City Rams.
I think that was a touchdown-saving tackle right there, shoestring tackle. That's a big back, too. I don't know his size, but from here he looks mighty big. But that hole was way too big. Fresno City did a really good job making that block.
They'll try it again. Modesto's in the backfield this time, gaining nothing.
And that's what good defenses do. When we go back to the bend, don't break, a defense that has a big play on them like that, they come back a little with the chip on their shoulder. So we're not going to let this happen again, especially on the next play. So by them coming back and making a tackle for a loss, that shows that they have some fire in them and belief in themselves.
Amarion Gaines-Smith will be back in the lineup for Fresno City. He was the one who took the snap on the touchdown play in their last drive. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Fresno City, they don't need a score here before the end of the quarter, and a lot of teams don't really recognize that. They just see the clock winding down. The players on the field, at least, the coaches know what they need to do, but they see the time winding down, and they want to go for the big play and go for the big shot. Pass to the flat again. This time it's for Amarion Gaines-Smith. First down, Fresno.
These Fresno City running backs are playing. It seems like they could fit easily in a power I offense, running this offense, because they are big-bodied. They break tackles, shifty on their feet. Modesto's going to have to hit them and tackle them and gang tackle them.
First and 10 from the 30. Fresno City in the offset I.
We're just talking about the I formation and these guys wanting to run downhill.
Also has 2 options on the out. Give to Amarion Gaines-Smith. Bounces the outside one-on-one and only earning 8 yards as he only had 1 man to get by.
I think he missed that hole. He tried to go outside. He should have just kept going north and south. Sometimes running backs get too cutesy. And, I work with some running backs here in the Fresno area. And a big message is make sure you set up your blocks, but make sure you set up your runs.
That's the end of the first in Fresno. Modesto leading 14-7 over the Fresno City College Rams.
time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Start of the second quarter in Fresno as the Modesto Junior College Pirates lead 14-7. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Sean Sora is by my side, and the Fresno City College Rams marching down the field on their second drive. It's been, you can consider a back-and-forth battle as each team moving down the entirety of their drive and not giving up. There's been very little plays where it resulted in negative yards, and even when it did, it was only one or two. And those stops lead to big plays for the offense. They return the favor in more yards. And we've seen 3 big plays from Fresno City in this drive, but Modesto has also answered back in their same defensive state.
Yes. And it's a high-powered offense out of Modesto. Oh, there's a penalty on the backside.
Great run to the 10-yard line. This may be coming back. We have 2 markers on the ground with multiple Pirates still waiting to get up.
I think that's going to be a hold, maybe even a couple. And usually when you get the mechanic of the umpire head official is they're looking at their specific players. So when you see one flag come in, he's calling a hold based on what he sees on one side, and the next flag comes in. Oh. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. And that's another safety call that they've always had. But that's a rough one right there. Sometimes if you're off balance and you're coming in and you hit somebody, I don't think it's always on purpose. I think a 15-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal, that's a big penalty to call for something that may not be out of done on purpose. Mm-hmm.
With that penalty, it makes it 1st and goal from the 5 for Fresno City, and there's the quick replay, the chop block on the running back who is not in the play. And there's another one flying in the dog pile. Another one.
Huh. I haven't seen this call too many. I don't think they. Yeah, that's kind of wild. I've never seen 2 chop blocks in a row. And I didn't see anything out of the ordinary right there. I definitely have to go find out. If I'm the head coach for Modesto, I'm going to have to find out exactly what's happening.
Fresno City knocking out the door. It's 14-7 in Fresno.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrandt's mortgage industry leader will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune into the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
Fresno City looking to score as Modesto Junior College has been called for 2 chop blocks in 2 straight plays.
This game so far has had many penalties, and a lot of them of the 15-yard variety, and it's moving the ball quite a bit.
Markarian will have Chalabian to his right side. Ball's at the 2 for 1st and goal. one-on-ones on their receiver at the top. Markarian trying to get Modesto to move. Snap count, the give to Chalabian, and he is into the end zone for the Ram touchdown.
Touchdown City. Ashton Chalabian from 3 yards out.
That's really hard right there in that situation. When you have 2 big penalties, obviously they didn't know exactly what the penalties were being called for. And as a defender, your mind is not on the stop. It's like, what do I not do to get that penalty again if they don't know? So that's a rough position to be put in right there. Hopefully they explained it to the coach and the coach explained it to the guys and they can make that adjustment.
To tie it up on the extra point, Enriquez will put this through. It's 14-14. Fresno City answered the call.
Pretty interesting to have your running back who just scored the touchdown to also be your place kicker holder.
So Fresno City marches down the field, and Modesto Junior College basically returned the favor in penalties that the Rams did in the first quarter. And so it's this back and forth battle, and you need to get rid of those. And the faster you do before the other team, it's going to put you in the better position to win this game.
Yes, especially penalties of the 15-yard variety that keep drives going. That's the worst thing you can do for your team.
So Modesto Junior College and Fresno, of course, both in balanced offenses, but we've seen Modesto pass the ball more and Fresno City just doing it at the correct time, which is catching Modesto off guard. But at the same time, Modesto has had a couple of plays that we almost know that they're going to pass, and yet they still get the big plays and even touchdowns.
Yeah. They have some great athletes. They have the size. I mean, 6'8" for a receiver in college. They can move and catch and has great body control.
And despite Modesto passing in this game, they're 4th in the state in rushing yards.
Wow.
At over 1,084 in just 5 games.
So with just that alone right there, the defense is keying in on the run and it's opening up the pass game. They have to focus on that because if they put too many back to cover the pass, then they're going to eat you up on the run. That's what a great balanced offense can do to a team.
The entire middle of the field is open for the Modesto return as this is placed at the 5, and the return starts from there.
Here's what we talked about returning it. I know it's only a 5-yard gain, but it's one tackle away from an even bigger gain and getting the ball to 40, shortening the field. When I was playing at City, we had Maurice Morris. He was the All-American JUCO running back, held the rushing title the year before, but the next year we returned kicks together and we shortened the field so much every time. He didn't have the ability to have like as many yards as he did the year before. He just didn't have the real estate to work with.
Trips at the bottom for Weaver. Back in the offensive set for Modesto. Weaver gives it off, dodging tackles left and right, and falls after a 5-yard gain.
That move right there was never accepted back in the day, but I'm so glad that running backs are doing that now. It's like you give yourself up. There's nowhere you're going to go. You got 3 defenders. It's just another injury that you can reduce by going down like that. I like it's a very smart move.
They're going to count it as a gain of 4 as they keep it on the ground.
Nice spin.
Close to the first down marker. Might just move the chains.
And that's the thing with running backs. They have to start to feel the game. They have to get in a rhythm. You have to give them the ball to get in that rhythm. And when you don't, they never get to reach their full potential in a game. But when you do, and you feed them and you trust them, they keep getting better and better. They're called running backs. They need to run the ball. And I think he's starting to warm up a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 40, 10 yards in this drive. Weaver turns and throws on a rope to the receiver, gains about 9.
And that's the perfect setup. You run the ball 2 good times in a row. Now the defense is thinking they're in a run-stop mindset, and you come out with a quick pass. I'm really enjoying the play calling from the Modesto side right now.
Now this opens up the field immensely on 2nd and 2. You know that the running game can earn those 2 yards on a 3rd down play, so might be able to take a shot downfield if you have the open man. He looks, he gives, he fakes, and now
gone.
the run is inside the 30 to the 20 in Modesto Junior College. Forget the pass, the run game is what holds on.
And you had just mentioned the fact that how much they were running and how good they are in the running game right now. And the coach, he decided to show Fresno City what that was. But again, just going back to Lion, he is a great runner. He's got good shifty, good vision, and he's making the right moves right now. I'd continue to feed him.
Forget 2 yards, how about 20? 1st and 10 at the 19 as Weaver will hold it on to it himself. Penalty flag on the far side of the field after gaining 3.
And did you see that he's such a threat now? He's in their mind so much that they tackled Lion and didn't even think about the quarterback for that initial part.
I thought Lion had it too, to be honest.
You're right. But that's a lot of offensive yards. And when you're balanced, when you come in, even just designing your defense to stop this offense, you've got to put in a lot of work. And sometimes it's not as easy for kids to remember and what they're doing. It's not as easy to stop a high-powered offense as you would think, even if you have great athletes.
Now, similar to what I was saying earlier on 2nd and 2, it's now 1st and 5, and you can take this shot, although you do have an end to your play. You can't overshoot the back of the end zone. Weaver looks and takes it himself inside the 5. He'll go all the way to the end zone, lost the ball near the goal line. Fresno City picks it up, and there's no official call yet, but it's either Fresno City ball or a touchdown.
I'm not seeing the touchback call. It looked like he had crossed the plane on that one.
I don't know about this, Coach.
It looked like he had crossed the plane and fumbled.
His foot is inside the 1.
Is he holding on to it? Does it cross the plane?
So his foot is inside the 1, and that ball looks like it's out before he crosses the plane.
Wow. In that situation, it's 1st and 5. You already have the first down. Secure the ball, not necessarily looking for the score. You have a strong running game.
And I believe the one who punched it out was number 47, Eli Lafili, the sophomore outside linebacker. Official white hat coming over for the call.
What number did you say that was, 24?
47.
Oh, 40.
Ruling on the field was that the ball was out prior to crossing the goal line, and so Fresno City forced the fumble, pick it up in the end zone. They go down on it in the end zone, which pushes the ball all the way back to the 20. And for the first time in this game, there's no score on a drive and our first turnover.
That is a huge, huge turnover right there. Especially they marched the ball down the field. They had great plays to do it. Got to secure the football. And I think that's just a young guy. He sees it. His eyes are big. He's like, I'm getting in the end zone. I'm going to reach it out. But sometimes, reaching it out isn't always the best. Because the touchdown, the risk reward for the touchdown versus the 1 yard line you're on, it's not worth it.
Now the momentum is in the Rams' favor as Markarian's in the pistol to the run game. No, it's play action over the middle. Pass is caught for the Ram first down.
And now's the time for Modesto to regroup. That's when it's very important to have leaders on the field because you can't take a timeout to regroup. You got to have people on the field that are saying, hey, man, come on, guys, we got to stop this. Because right now the bleeding has begun and they got to figure out a way to stop it.
Now it's on the run, and it's stopped by the Modesto defense.
There you go. It's always good when you can start first down with no yards or even a loss of yards. Then it changes the whole offensive scheme.
It's the 4th fumble recovered by the Fresno defense on the season in 6 games.
Wow.
Plenty of room to go through. Directly to midfield comes the run from number 32, Jordan Colbert.
On the run. Another City. First down.
That's a good play call right there.
Moses on the tackle for Modesto.
I think sometimes the defense, when they see that, it's like the mentality has to come out and get your offensive back. Because not everything's perfect on offense, but you thinking we're going down to get a touchdown, be up 7, and now, if we can't stop them, that's a lot of pressure on their back. That's a 14-point swing.
Another first down run. This time it's a Marion Gaines Smith who's swallowed up after a gain of 2.
Again, 7 caused fumbles in 6 games isn't half bad at all. 1 forced fumble a game on average. That means they're working on the skills to get that ball out. And then right now we're at a time with ball carrying, we're old school, new school. It's the old school way to carry it is still out there, but the new school way is starting to take over, which is much more effective in preventing fumbles.
2nd and 8 near midfield. 5 minutes into quarter 2. Play action. Markarian in some trouble trying to sniff arm the defense away. Overthrows, intercepted, picked off at the 45. Modesto defense rushing down their own sideline as they're pushed out inside the 25. And a late penalty flag down on the Fresno sideline as they were trying to enter the field before time allowed them to. But here's Markarian flicking it out, overthrowing the head. And the defense of Modesto pulls off the turnover.
That was a great answer. Markarian had the straight arm, got outside, and I was thinking, wow, after that, there could be a big play coming, and it ends up going the other way. But that's how you pick up your offense. You come out here, you bend, don't break, get a big play, get the ball right back to them, and say, all right, offense, it's your chance, let's go again.
Sideline warning against Fresno, and that's the 2nd interception on the season by Modesto's defense.
He made a good move to get out there and just didn't make the throw. But that's where when you got people that are flying around on defense and you're putting yourself in the right spot, that's how those plays happen. So good job on them forcing him out of the pocket, making him flustered when he's throwing, and making a bad play. I like this matchup down here on the bottom.
Weaver looks, gives, and a quick end to the play. 2nd and 10.
I don't know if they have anybody to match up with 81. And I'm going to just keep saying 81 because it's going to be easier to me to remember. So I can see it. But I would be looking to go to him on a deep corner.
Officials mark that ball as a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Trent Vink, Joey Stout, the receivers at the bottom for Weaver. Looks to Vink, caught at the 20, but the knee is down as he catches it. It still will be a gain of 5, but could have been more.
That is a really hard catch when the ball is low like that, because if you try to catch it just going down in between your legs, that's not easy. So when you put a knee down, you kind of give it a backboard, and you bring your body down lower, so your center of gravity lower to catch it, but then you got to keep your knee off the ground. So in the college level, NFL is different. College level is a little bit harder of a catch.
3rd and short. Weaver scans, throws to the open field. 1st down and a little extra. Beautiful Modesto offensive play. Move the chance.
Great throw and catch.
That's complete to Stout. Tackled by Ontario Thompson. Modesto first down.
Still a chance to earn a 1st down inside the 2-yard line, but Modesto looking for something more. Play action, end zone, overthrowing Joey Stout.
I like the look, the back shoulder throw. Coverage is to the inside. He threw it in a great spot. It's a little bit high.
That'll stop the clock at 8:07 in the 2nd quarter. Knotted up at 14-14. We had touchdowns in the first 4 drives of the game, but now the last 2 were turnovers.
I like this Luke Weaver.
Here he is now.
He has good pocket savvy. He's a good runner. He has a great throw, quick release.
Weaver on the quarterback run.
I always have fond memories of Modesto, Fresno City football games. I'll tell you about it later, a little bit later. This is a cool game to be a part of.
3rd and 8, Modesto. Weaver to the air inside the 10, going to lose a yard on the pass reception to Lyon Cologne. And now coach has a decision to make as the marker has a 4 on it. No movement on the sideline of Modesto. They're going to keep their offense on the field with no substitution, so it'll be the same set.
They have a mismatch with 81. They're bringing him back over. He was open on the backside of that play. I'm wondering if they're going to go back to him on a jump ball.
Malachi Butler, he's the receiver at the top of the screen in the middle. Joey Stouts to his left. Vinks at the bottom. Cologne is in the backfield. Now they're going to switch it up.
And now he's one-on-one, 6'8" versus not 6'8". Let's see if they do it.
Butler's at the bottom. Weaver looking the opposite direction. Over the shoulder throw. No flags and an incompletion. Turnover on 4th down and 9.
I think there was an opportunity there, but that's a hard play to the wide side. I think you bring over Butler to the short side of the field by himself. Brought the safety over, so you had options on that side. One safety to cover 3 guys.
Archie Chambers was the man on defense, forcing the incompletion. And so now yet another turnover. We've had a fumble, an interception, and turnover on downs in 3 straight sets.
And like you going back to the red zone we talked about at the beginning of the game, the red zone is not an easy place to be when you're in offense. Nor defense, but offense, there's a lot of pressure on you to make the touchdown, where defensively it's not so, it's like you're trying to stop them, but you're covering 20 yards.
Yajae Vance is in the game for Fresno City instead of Markarian, like we've seen in the previous drives.
Yes, I saw him warming up on the sidelines earlier. Sometimes they do that at the JUCO level, especially Fresno City. They've done a lot of two quarterback sets. I don't know if Markarian, I haven't seen him over at the trainer. Sometimes they do this to get a different look in the game.
Yajae Vance, the freshman, bad snap, able to get his hands back on it. He's going to lose a couple of yards, but not to his own fault. And Markarian, he's actually on the sidelines giving signals, whether he's the one who's actually giving the signal to Vance or if he's just a decoy so that the defense can't read him.
And I'm a fan now, looking back as an adult, getting kids reps. But down here within the 10, I don't know if it's the best opportunity to get the guy in the game. Yeah, he threw 1 pick, but he made a great play. It just, things happen sometimes. But to get him out on the next series, that's a little bit of a hard pill to swallow. Hopefully he knows what's going on down there.
3rd and long for the Rams offense. Needing to escape the pocket. He does. He's past the line of scrimmage. He needs to run. Holding that ball out. Moving his arm. He needs to tuck that and run and not just keep it loose, because that's what happened on the previous drive.
Yeah.
Where the fumble occurred. For Fresno, at least.
And now there's a few minutes off the clock. But we've seen that Modesto can go down and score in 2 minutes. So they have a high-powered offense. This right here is not the best place to be if you're Fresno City.
The freshman Dean Scrivener quickly on the field in punt formation for the Rams. Returners at the 40. Scrivener put hang time on this as it drops down inside the 50 with a penalty flag. 2 of them, actually, where the returner was standing.
Yeah, that came out really early, too. Whoa.
A lot of chatter on the Fresno City stands.
Oh. Offense first down. Wow. 12 men on the field.
Wow. I don't know if I have ever seen that before.
Wow. And they're counting. The officials are counting. Usually they try to say something before, like, hey, you guys got too many. And it was a fair catch because I think even participating in the play, 12 men on the field because it was a fair catch. Yeah, that's a rough one right there.
So Fresno City back in command with Yaje Vance at the helm. Still can't do much. Modesto's defense trying to earn that ball back.
Running back getting up a little bit slow. Yeah, he's coming out. He took a big hit on that one.
That was Jordan Colbert on the carry for Fresno City, and now they'll return Amarion Gaines-Smith, who's been the main back for them. At least mostly earning the stats rather than Colbert.
That's the thing. When you're a big back, you're going to get hit in your legs. It's just a matter of fact because these smaller DBs, they don't want to hit you up top. So they're going to chop you down, and you got to be ready.
Yaje Vance to the air for the first time. Shallow on the pass. Penalty flag on the far side of the field. And the receiver had his knee on the ground while reeling it in.
In order for that for them to stop the play in the middle of it, that's got to be on the offense. But what? Because they usually stop the plays for a false start. Huh, that's a weird call. I don't know why they stopped that play.
I think the official at the bottom of the field was also calling that his knee was down when he caught it.
Okay,
so that it could have been a double knowing that he was down.
Okay. Because holding on the offense in that situation, you'd want to let correction.
Foul for holding was declined. Result of the play is third down.
Wow. Yeah, because you're not going to get that many yards out of it. Take the yard. Yeah, that call, though, if it wasn't, if he called it before, I mean, hopefully it was when it was down. But if it's on the offense, the defense can get the ball, a turnover on that. It's like they shouldn't be punished to stop a play early. Hopefully that's not what it was.
Yaje Vance trying to push this Rams offense past the 31-yard line. That's where they need to go. And he wants to avoid 2 back-to-back 3-and-outs after the Rams started with 2 straight touchdowns. Yaje Vance will move some players. Tight end now sits on the right side. He'll look to the air. Over the middle, nothing's happening. Pocket doesn't collapse. The pass is there and a first down. But
another penalty.
More yellow.
He's not looking very comfortable back there in the pocket right now. I wonder what's going on.
Holding against the offense. Modesto surely will take that penalty this time.
Another injured Ram coming out the field.
You mentioned it, Yaje Vance doesn't seem comfortable in the pocket, and yet he allowed the pocket to continue to move while he was standing there. It truly did look like he didn't want to be there, but he still stayed there, went through everything, and made a pass completion, which is huge for him, especially as a freshman quarterback.
Oh yeah. And sometimes you just have to get your freshman in a game, in a situation where you feel like you're already moving the ball a little bit. Give him a chance to see what he can do.
3rd and about 19, going to the run with Amarion Gaines-Smith, going right to that first down marker. He might be short, but that erases 19 yards of deficit.
Oh, they're moving it. They're moving the chains.
Amarion Gaines-Smith, 19 yards to move the chains on 3rd and 19.
That was a great run, especially knowing where the first down is to get it. Because on this side of the field, we don't have the other marker, and I can't recall if it's maybe at the higher levels, but they usually have the down marker on one side. But great field awareness in the run.
Yaje Vance will keep it himself, put him in the spin cycle, but the defense dries him out after a gain of 4.
Quarterback run. Stalwart on the stop. Second down.
Vance to the air. Over the middle, incomplete. Bobbled for a second. The springs get jarred loose.
And he came out a couple plays ago, looked like he was holding his shoulder. And if that ball's in the breadbasket and he's not able to hold on to it, yeah, his shoulder still looks like it's bugging him. And that's a big factor in reeling that ball in and not.
Brings up third down.
The shoulder, dealing with shoulder injuries is not easy. I dealt my whole career with shoulder injuries. Every aspect of the game is affected.
Passing, Vance. Got him open on third down and make it first down, Fresno City.
Now they're chunking the ball and they're getting out of bounds in a good 2-minute offense right now.
Ramon Ruiz, the sophomore, with the pass reception. 2-minute offense needs to start now. Get that time all the way down to 0 and give yourself a touchdown and the lead going into the half.
And right now, Fresno City has 3 timeouts, and they're getting the ball out of bounds, so they have a lot of time on the clock.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
14-14, Modesto Fresno tied up with 2 minutes before halftime. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Sean Soares. It's a little bit of a tongue twister.
Sometimes.
Coach, 14-14, Fresno City's going to get the ball in the second half. What are you thinking here for Fresno City? You have plenty of time. You don't want to rush it, of course. But what do you think here as they're at the 41?
I think that they don't have a lot of time restraints. I think if you get the ball downfield, you still can clock the ball. You still have a timeout. I would just run a fast-paced regular offense. See, get out of bounds right here, which he does. I think that's from stopping the clock, not first down. But those kind of plays right there, if you can just continue to get out of bounds or get far enough downfield where if you need to clock it, but you have 3 timeouts. So even if it's to save 1 for a field goal, you have 2 timeouts. But it's you have 148. You have athletes. You're moving the ball down the field nicely already. I wouldn't be too stressed out. I would just run your regular offense.
Yajay Vance with his first big play through the air to Najee Cox, the receiver down the right side. And Modesto Junior College defense had a big hit on him on the sideline, which pushed him out of bounds, which is not what you want to do. You want that clock almost to keep running unless Modesto wants to get this ball back and take a shot. Vance to the middle. Another 9-yard gain.
Right. And they stopped the clock.
That's complete to Marshall Sanders.
Stop the clock to move the chains.
Oh, so it was a first down. I didn't think he got it.
I didn't think so either, but they're going to move the chains, run the clock, and now inside the 30, their offense is moving faster than what we both expected.
Yes. And that's the thing with the stopping of the clock, with the first downs in the college level, in the high school level, is you have a lot more opportunity for plays. There's another penalty on the field. But great stop right there.
That'll stop the clock for the time being until we get the call and we can move forward from that. The first 2 drives of the game both lasted roughly 5 minutes, and then Modesto answered in their second scoring drive in just 2 minutes.
Yes. And now this has been a pretty good sustained drive. I mean, the ball down here with the penalty and we had the on the kick, the 12-man on the field. It's been a sustained drive, even though it made. Oh man. Those hands to the face sometimes when you're hand fighting in there and you go up and sometimes your hand just slips up if you can remove it quickly, I don't always feel like. And again, I didn't catch that, but hopefully it's one that's a sustained hand to the face, just an accidental touch and right back down. I don't think it's as big of a deal, especially to keep a drive going. Like, let the kids play. Kids, young men. I guess everyone gets older, gets younger while you get older.
Yep. First and 10, Fresno at the 14-yard line. Just over a minute, and this is where you can control the clock. You're right there in striking distance. You still have a chance to get a first down. You do need to move the ball, but you can take the time and avoid the sidelines. Looks like that's exactly what they'll do with the running play. That gains 4. Make it 3.
Because you can still set up, because now you have the timeout. Now, for me, it's you want to keep enough time on the clock, but at the same time, you don't want to give them any opportunity to go down and get any kind of points. So clock management right now is a big, big part of the game.
Fresno City takes the timeout with just over a minute to go.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Fresno City knocking on the door once again, and Coach, you mentioned something during the break that I didn't even catch on to. They run the ball, then call a timeout despite their passing game being on point. Vance throws it to the right side, inside the 5. The Rams possibly getting the first down.
In that situation right there, now you still have 3 timeouts that if you want to use one there, you can, and then we'll go down to 2 timeouts, but the clock's running still. And now you got to get back on the ball in a hurry offense, which fine, because you still get a first down, but I like keeping as many timeouts as you can.
It's 3rd and inches for Fresno as they'll bulldoze into the end zone. Helmet pops off, but it's a touchdown for the Fresno City Rams. They take the lead before the half.
Now, again, this offense of Modesto is high-powered, and they have the opportunity to come down and get 3 points on the board. So it's a win, but at the same time, I think they could have taken more time off the clock.
Fresno adds 6 more, trying to make it 7, and with 51 seconds, Modesto fully capable of scoring. But we'll see what the defense of Fresno can do. Extra point will make it 21-14. Modesto will get the ball back for the final 51 seconds after this.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
21-14, Fresno leading Modesto in Fresno. Modesto Junior College will get the ball back for the final 51 seconds, and they'll most likely take a shot downfield. They don't want to be down at the half, but at the same time, this is where mistakes can happen.
Yes, especially if you're pressing too hard. You have 1 timeout left. Let the game determine. If you can get some good plays right here, you still got some clocks. Wow, pooch kick, this could be a big opportunity right here. I don't know.
Moving towards his own sideline, going to earn a little extra yards, but with only 60 yards to the end zone in 50 or 45 seconds, MJC can certainly take a strike.
I don't know why they did that. That was a very odd choice of special teams play. To give them a short field, even shorter field, kick it in the end zone. This is set up good for Modesto. I think the first play is going to kind of determine what they're going to do for the rest of this drive.
Weaver fakes, will move right. So do the red jerseys, unleashes it at midfield, and he reels it in. First down, stops the clock, and that much closer to the end zone.
And this is that high-powered offense we're talking about. They don't need a lot of time to score.
Six seconds taken off the clock in one play, and it earns them about 12 yards.
And this goes back to that time that Fresno City should have wasted at the goal line.
Weaver again. Throws it to the opposite sideline. It's Vink who gains 8 more and stops the clock.
That's another huge play. Their offense is clicking right now. It was a couple unfortunate events, but the offense is seeming to gel right here in this 2-minute offense.
That was 7 seconds that time on that play. Weaver faking, throwing, has him open, overthrowing him as the receiver outran his defender, but the ball beat him out also.
I almost felt like his hitch step was a little bit too long, maybe thinking it wasn't going to come that way. Took his helmet off. I don't know, maybe his legs are a little bit tired. But I really like that. I really like that play right there.
It was only 8 yards on the last pass reception, that one going incomplete, which marks it at 3rd and 2 for Weaver to go back to the air and keep the offense moving as he nearly throws another interception, or his first interception, rather.
He has a good release. When you look at his form of a quarterback, he is pretty darn good.
4-down territory for Modesto. You only need 2. You have 24 seconds. You just need to get these yards. And there's your man in motion over there, number 81, Butler. He's going to be the inside receiver at the top.
They got a safety up top. Looks like they're going to bracket him. Oh,
Fresno City saw what Modesto was doing, calls a timeout. With 22 seconds left to go, Modesto on 4th and 2 from the 41.
And that's a smart timeout. You're not going to use it going back. You already have the lead. There's no sense in trying to save timeouts to go back on offense if you happen to get it back. That's a good timeout right there. Because this is a situation where if you can keep Modesto from the end zone, you come back, get the ball again.
Modesto, 4th down percentage, 38%. They're 5 of 13 on the season. (21-14), Fresno leading Modesto. Modesto does not want to be down at the half, especially in the strength that they showed in the first half. We saw the quarter of scoring, which was the first quarter. We saw the quarter of turnovers, which is this quarter, despite Fresno scoring the 1 touchdown. In that second half, you have to make those mid-game adjustments and change the game, but you don't want to have to reset and play from behind. In no sport do you want to play from behind, and football's an even bigger one, as scoring just doesn't happen.
Yes, and it takes huge plays to do that, and when you got a fast team, it's not always easy.
Needs the first down to have a chance. Weaver dodging 2. Throwing. It is popped in the air and incomplete. Dropped it at the last second. as the helmet flies off. That's the second one in 2 minutes. And this official has his hat off.
So I don't know what's happening over here. I don't see any yellow on the field. I think he was just marking where that ball was in case of an interception. Wow. Okay, now offense is staying on the field. What's going on here? I tell you what, that was a great effort by Luke Weaver. He spun out of that first tackle.
During the play, personal foul, lead hit out of bounds, defense number 97. 15-yard penalty.
And another 15-yard penalty against Fresno City. Late hit out of bounds.
So that might have been on Luke Weaver. I'm thinking that was on him. But what a great effort by him. He spun out, he ran, he got the ball loose, and then takes a big hit, and he's still back in the game.
A lot of time taken off the clock in that play, though. Only 12 seconds now for Modesto. Field goal wouldn't be bad, but of course the touchdown would be better. First and 10, a lot of early movement.
A lot of movement.
All the skill players went, and the snap count was just wrong between the skill and the line.
It seems like that false call should be called on the center if everyone goes but you. But did you see the play? I think it was Oregon State, maybe. They put 12 guys on the field during this type of situation, so it ran time off the clock, like 5 or 6 seconds. So they gave him only one play left. Wow, look at his
Weaver,
movement. And
end zone, touchdown Modesto. Lyon Cologne from Weaver, 6 more points with just seconds on the clock.
That Weaver doesn't give up. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's moving. His eyes are always downfield looking for the open guy, making great decisions. That was a great play right there. That's a high-level quarterback play.
Leaving 5 seconds. 7 seconds to find the end zone in that one play. They had 30 to start the drive, and Weaver makes it happen.
That is a great job. What are his prospects for next year?
That I don't know. It's a great question. To tie it up, 21-21 will be back in the final seconds of the first half after this message from Jolly Washer Express.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
We thought Fresno City was going into the half with a lead, but Modesto answers in 30 seconds to find the end zone from Weaver to Cologne. And now with only 5 seconds, Modesto most likely just punch this one into play or force the Rams to take a knee or take a shot downfield, and we'll be at halftime. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Sean Soares by my side for Modesto Junior College football. 21-21, Modesto averaging 30 points per game, allowing 23. And for Fresno City, averaging 24 points a game, allowing 11. In this game, knotted up at 21.
Wow.
Just 30 minutes into play.
Just goes to show how good this Modesto offense is, because they have weapons all over the place. Oh.
Yajae Vance will take a knee and send it to the half. We'll be back for the second half, 21-21 in Fresno.
MJC has the largest athletic program in Northern California with 21 sports being offered.
I first came to MJC, Coach Stivers came to my house with Coach Peterson, and they kind of convinced me. And then the next day they put me out in Modesto B saying that Danny Velasquez commits to MJC.
I've always wanted to be a swimmer, and I thought that swimming at a JC first, I'd dip my feet in the pool and see if I'd get recruited or not. It's very competitive, and you get very close with your teammates.
I've had athletes get their master's degrees, become doctors, chiropractors, lawyers, city council members. I think the best part of my job is getting phone calls from different types of employers that want to find out about some of the athletes that I've had in the past.
Yeah, I was able to get a scholarship to Cal State Fullerton through academic success and athletic success here through teachers and coaching.
It's like a family. I mean, we're always looking out for each other and always making sure, hey, what can I do for you? I got a student that needs this. Hey, I got somebody that needs this class, or I have this class open. What can we do for your athletes? I've seen MJC make a difference in the life of student athletes with the priority registration.
If you're a high schooler and you want to come to MJC, you can expect great coaches, a great counselor, and great student success specialists to help you along the way. We're there from start to finish. Even when you go to transfer, we even assist you after transfer.
The philosophy of our program is we're a student transfer program, so our job is to get the students in and get them out. We want the parents to know exactly what's going on and what we're trying to do from an academic to an athletic standpoint.
We always end up winning. We always being productive. We're always at the end. And the results of MJC and all the athletics are second to none. From what we start with to what we end with are not the same students. They come here and they get faster, or they get stronger, or they're a better player or a better teammate or whatever it is. They all succeed.
Always had dreams about playing college ball, and ending senior year without any offers to play big D1 ball, kind of heartbreaker. But I ended up grinding it out, hit the gym, made it happen, went to MJC, and got it done. I am signing with the Colorado University, go Buffaloes, got a full ride scholarship.
As long as you're ready to work, like Mustafa and all the other successful students we've had, all of the resources are there for you.
MJC has made me realize I can do anything. With all the hard work I can put into it, there's so much more I've done that I didn't realize I could do.
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Arr, go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Wait, did you guys smile after a serious face?
Jolly Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Jolly Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
MJC has the largest athletic program in Northern California, with 21 sports being offered.
I first came to MJC, Coach Stivers came to my house with Coach Peterson, and they kind of convinced me. Then the next day they put me out in Modesto B saying that Danny Velasquez commits to MJC.
I've always wanted to be a swimmer, and I thought that swimming at a JC first, I'd dip my feet in the pool and see if I'd get recruited or not. It's very competitive, and you get very close with your teammates.
I've had athletes get their master's degrees, become doctors, chiropractors, lawyers, city council members. I think the best part of my job is getting phone calls from different types of employers that want to find out about some of the athletes that I've had in the past.
Yeah, I was able to get a scholarship to Cal State Fullerton through academic success and athletic success here through teachers and coaching.
It's like a family. I mean, we're always looking out for each other and always making sure, hey, what can I do for you? I got a student that needs this. Hey, I got somebody that needs this class, or I have this class open. What can we do for your athletes? I've seen MJC make a difference in the life of student athletes with the priority registration.
If you're a high schooler and you want to come to MJC, you can expect great coaches, a great counselor, and great student success specialists to help you along the way. We're there from start to finish. Even when you go to transfer, we even assist you after transfer.
The philosophy of our program is we're a student transfer program, so our job is to get the students in and get them out. We want the parents to know exactly what's going on and what we're trying to do from an academic to an athletic standpoint.
We always end up winning. We always being productive. We're always at the end. And the results of MJC and all the athletics are second to none. From what we start with to what we end with are not the same students. They come here and they get faster, or they get stronger, or they're a better player or a better teammate or whatever it is. They all succeed.
Always had dreams about playing college ball, and ending senior year without any offers to play big D1 ball, kind of heartbreaker. But I ended up grinding it out, hit the gym, made it happen, went to MJC, and got it done. I am signing with the Colorado University, go Buffaloes, got a full ride scholarship.
As long as you're ready to work, like Mustafa and all the other successful students we've had, all of the resources are there for you.
MJC has made me realize I can do anything with all the hard work I can put into it. There's so much more I've done that I didn't realize I could do.
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Arr, go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Wait, did you guys smile after or serious face?
Jolly Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our Unlimited Wash Club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune into the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Jolly Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our Unlimited Wash Club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
MJC has the largest athletic program in Northern California, with 21 sports being offered.
I first came to MJC, Coach Stivers came to my house with Coach Peterson, and they kind of convinced me. And then the next day they put me out in Modesto B saying that Danny Velasquez commits to MJC.
I've always wanted to be a swimmer, and I thought that swimming at a JC first, I'd dip my feet in the pool and see if I'd get recruited or not. It's very competitive, and you get very close with your teammates.
I've had athletes get their master's degrees, become doctors, chiropractors, lawyers, city council members. I think the best part of my job is getting phone calls from different types of employers that want to find out about some of the athletes that I've had in the past.
Yeah, I was able to get a scholarship to Cal State Fullerton through academic success and athletic success here through teachers and coaching.
It's like a family. I mean, we're always looking out for each other and always making sure, hey, what can I do for you? I got a student that needs this. Hey, I got somebody that needs this class, or I have this class open. What can we do for your athletes? I've seen MJC make a difference in the life of student athletes with the priority registration.
If you're a high schooler and you want to come to MJC, you can expect great coaches, a great counselor, and great student success specialists to help you along the way. We're there from start to finish. Even when you go to transfer, we even assist you after transfer.
The philosophy of our program is we're a student transfer program, so our job is to get the students in and get them out. We want the parents to know exactly what's going on and what we're trying to do from an academic to an athletic standpoint.
We always end up winning. We always being productive. We're always at the end. And the results of MJC and all the athletics are second to none. From what we start with to what we end with are not the same students. They come here and they get faster, or they get stronger, or they're a better player or a better teammate, or whatever it is. They all succeed.
Always had dreams about playing college ball, and ending senior year without any offers to play big D1 ball, kind of heartbreaker. But I ended up grinding it out, hit the gym, made it happen, went to MJC, and got it done. I am signing with the Colorado University, go Buffaloes, got a full ride scholarship.
As long as you're ready to work, like Mustafa and all the other successful students we've had, all of the resources are there for you.
MJC has made me realize I can do anything. With all the hard work I can put into it, there's so much more I've done that I didn't realize I could do.
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Arr, go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Wait, did you guys smile after or serious face?
In Fresno, Modesto Junior College traveling down Highway 99 and tying up the game in the last seconds to send us to a 21-21 score. And the Rams start out quarter three with the ball inside the 20.
That was great kick coverage right there. Starting out, coming out.
Actually, they're going to put this ball directly at the 20. In the Rams offense, we've seen two different quarterbacks. They scored on their first two drives. They had a little bit of trouble. They threw an interception. And the first quarter was where almost all the action was at, 4 touchdowns. And then in the second quarter, it was 2 touchdowns, but they both came late in the quarter.
They got a lot of help with penalties, too. 15-yard variety.
Yajae Vance will stay in the game for Fresno. Played most of the second quarter and will start the third.
I did see Markarian at the end of the half talking with Coach Caviglia down here. So I don't know if he was moving his back around. Like he might have sustained something early on. I'm not sure.
The entire first half penalty riddled, hurting and helping both teams. And when it comes down to it, we probably would have seen a similar score to 21-21, even without all those penalties.
Right.
We can't know for sure, but that's where we land now. And you can almost assume that both teams have about the same amount of yardage and penalties. Vance in trouble, evades one and in the pocket, slides back through, but then tackled for a huge loss. Third and very long.
Adjustments were made in that locker room. Wow. Now they're bringing in their pass rushers. A whole new defensive line came in, and they're coming to get some right now. On a play like that, down in your end zone, and you bring in the guys that are going to rush real hard. I don't know. I might look to just run the ball right here and get away with a punt, because if you lose yards and you're kicking from your heels on the end line, that's not good.
Last time it was 3rd and 19 for Fresno. They gave the ball to Amarion Gaines-Smith, and they were in a similar situation this deep in their own territory, and they earned the 19 yards back to move the chains. Vance to the air, one-on-one, defender not paying attention. The receiver goes over the top and reels it in for Najee Cox.
In that situation right there, in this is what they did the last time. You just called it. I sometimes feel like a safety should be over the top of one guy. Make somebody else beat you, not the guy who beat you already one time before. But, you do have to put trust in your players and say, hey, man, this is on your back. I need you to make this play. They're coming to you. Show me what you got. And sometimes that as a coach, you're challenging your guy to go be better. And that could have been what was happening right there.
And Modesto brings back the offense we saw from the first 2 plays and not that third down play as we just saw them earn the first down. 1st and 10 from the 30. Vance, in the time of need, is making the plays that need to happen.
Yes.
Empty backfield, 5 receivers, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom from the left hash. Vance taking his time, looking right, not even taking a glance left as he escapes one, puts it to the middle of the field. Ball was on the ground, and they're going to rule it incomplete. Didn't make that football move and didn't hold on long enough for them to secure a pass completion.
There was a lot of good things that happened on that play. Broken play. The guy came off coverage to come to the quarterback. He found that receiver, hit him, but then the tacklers were right there. So, both sides of the ball on a broken play, they're covering for each other, making good plays.
They've only moved a positive 10 yards.
Since the start of it,
Since
right?
the start of the drive. Running play will earn a couple, and the push will get him so much more. 8-9 yards on 2nd and 10. That was Colbert.
When you get your offense moving together like that, those scrum runs are pretty hard to stop because you keep your guy up on his feet and everyone's driving their knees and everyone's trying to push him. It's almost like somebody sacrificing, just pull him down. But who wants to be on the bottom of 1,000 pounds of muscle,
3rd and inches for the Fresno offense. Vance remains out there, so does Colbert. Will be behind Vance in the backfield. They'll move over their tight end to the right side. So they're overloading that right side with the short side at the bottom. Vance to Colbert, hits the line, pushing through, churning the legs, gets out of everything, trying to continue as he's dragged down at midfield. Colbert with an impressive run.
That was a run of will right there, to be honest, because he came through, he put his head down just to get the single yard or 2 yards that he needed, and then he realized, my feet are still going and I don't have any pressure on top, so he just kept moving.
And I noticed in the last play, we saw the replay on it, and Colbert actually got through 11 guys all the way through, including some of his own, and he was one of the last guys on the left side of the field nearing the end zone, and that could have easily become a play where he escaped too.
Oh, yeah. A lesson of running backs, though, young running backs that are listening right now and watching, is keeping your legs moving are not just important to keeping the ball moving forward, but it's also a safety thing. The more you replace your feet into the ground, the less opportunity somebody has to roll into your leg for an injury.
Already past 4 minutes into the second half, and it's been all Fresno City. The first drive took 5 minutes for Modesto to score. Second drive took 5 minutes for Fresno to score. And right now at 4.5 minutes, they've barely hit 40 or 35 yards of positive offense. 2nd and short, Vance. Option play. Gives it to Colbert, escapes to the secondary. 2 men left for the last line of defense. Earns a huge first down, and the official
tripped over the camera guy. He's not happy.
I wouldn't be either.
Nope. I think he's okay. But going back to that run, Chavez, I believe.
Oh, he just ejected him.
Ejected him. The cut that he made inside, he pressed hard to the outside, setting up his blocks, and then cut hard in the inside while they were set up. That was a great run. Sometimes it's really hard to stop. When you have a great run, you could have the best defense in the world, but sometimes a great run beats that.
Vance, end zone, overthrown. That ball uncatchable. But a great play by Fresno. Just needed to place that ball so much better. He had the defense beat out. He had to hit the back of the end zone, but that's the thing about the end zone. It's the end. You can't go any further. If you had an unlimited football field, that play could have been really good for Fresno. But at some point, that field has to end, and unfortunately, Vance just threw it past that point.
And sometimes it's a touch pass. In that situation, we are running out. But when you're young and you're kind of amped up, sometimes you want to get it there fast. But when the defenders are underneath, you got to just lay it in nice and easy sometimes.
They decided to do that on 1st and 10, so now on 2nd and 10, it's back to Amarion Gaines-Smith, earning a couple of yards, making that ball a 3rd and about 3.
This is a pretty potent 1-2 punch with these two running backs for Fresno City. Modesto's really got to get in there and start delivering punishment, but as a running back, you can take punishment, especially when you're going, every other running back. You can take a lot of punishment as a running back and wear a defense down. So it's like get him down, don't let him get to the secondary and deliver punishment on them. It's got to happen on that first contact.
We'll say goodbye to the Fresno City cameraman as he's walking off the field, giving up his media pass.
Poor guy. It's like, back up, buddy. You don't need that good of a shot.
3rd and short for the Ram offense. Vance. The give to Colbert. No, it's play action. Intercepted for the second time with
lot of field.
Penalty flag down at the 22-yard line. Modesto with some room to run, looking at the second interception in this game.
Now, what I'm seeing, though, this lineman, he was awfully far downfield. From that line of scrimmage, he was really far downfield. They might have called 63. He walked out the field, and the defense is walking on. I think that's what it is.
There's the play again. We can't quite see that left side of the line, but it's not ineligible receiver. It's holding against the offense. So either way, though, Modesto pulled off the play, executed, and the defense comes away with yet another turnover.
And even looking at that right there, you have, obviously there's the pick, great defensive play, but another big penalty in a time where, on both sides. It's like cleaning up the game at halftime should be the priority.
Second interception of the game by the Modesto defense. The last time they had an interception was against Santa Rosa back on September 14th. That was the only one on the season, and now they have 2 in one game against their conference opponent, Fresno City.
Wow. That's what league play does, because you know the importance of coming into this and setting the tone for the rest of the league. You come in, whatever team wins this game right here is sending a message to the rest of the league saying we're the team to beat. Put the target on our back, and we'll carry that weight, and that's all right. Weaver.
Pass again. It's caught. A first down and an extra 1.
His shoulder movement is I'm loving it. Weaver, he comes down, he pops his shoulders, gets people moving where he wants them to, and then finds another spot to go with the ball. He's doing a really good job.
It's hard to read the quarterback that continues to shift the eyes, shift the feet, shift the hips. Every little moment that moves is going to have a hard time for the defense to read him out. Trace Hernandez came on the field late for the Modesto offense, came out, said something to Weaver. Hernandez will be at the top, Stout at the bottom. In a somewhat tight formation. Stout from left to right. The option play keeps it. Weaver with 2 blockers decides to cut through the middle, trucks a man into the open field for first down.
Continues to impress this kid. That was a great read. So I thought he was going to give it up. He read it long enough where he could pull it. Defenders went down on the running back, and he kept it for a big gain. That's a really good play.
Option play is dangerous. Defender paying attention to the right person at the right time can cause you a world of hurt and loss, whether it's yards or even the ball.
Yep.
Pistol again for Weaver. Play action. Short pass to the right side. Oh, plenty of room. He's going to find the end zone as a flag goes down at the 19-yard line, but for now we'll call a Modesto touchdown.
This is an issue that I do have. We talked about safety earlier. We're looking at the replay. I'm not sure if it was an illegal block in the terms of it was clean, it wasn't cheap shot, but that to me right there is where they kind of changed football a little bit. His head was in front. He didn't contact his head. He hit him what appears to be a clean hit itself, but because the nature of it.
Blindside block is what they're going to call. And yeah.
If he doesn't make that block, that guy makes the tackle. So what do we do? Like, this is where I think that there's a gray area in football that needs to be addressed, because that was a great block on a guy that was going to make the tackle. He's got to be aware of his surroundings. It is still football. It's not rugby yet. You know, you've got to know what's going on the defense and where to take a hit if you're going to take one, if you're going in to make a tackle.
That takes away 6 points from Modesto, and they're going to try to do it again down the same sideline. That time it's number 82, Curtis Manor, the 6'2" wide receiver freshman out of Tracy.
And again, going back to Butler, they hit Butler again. Butler's had great success today, and I'm not saying to force the ball to him, but create some opportunities for that big body to catch the ball. He's very deceptive because he's long, but he's decently fast. He's physical. He's got great hands. I like to see him more involved.
Weaver takes a small shot as he threw, got the ball out quickly to avoid anything else, and it's dropped by Stout. It'll keep it 2nd and 5, and probably better that he dropped that because he would have been down for a short loss.
Yes.
3rd down.
Big 3rd down for Modesto. High red zone, just outside the 25. You had a touchdown taken away from you. And you got some separation on Malachi Butler, that first receiver on the left side.
Oh, my. And
He's gone.
It is that huge run.
Lion Cologne to the end zone for the Modesto touchdown. They earn it back on the run game instead of going to the air on 3rd and 5. 27-yard run, Cologne touchdown.
That's how you do it. You answer back after a penalty brings back a touchdown, and you score again. And that's demoralizing in a way, because that play down here, head in front, that block, I would say that didn't have to be called, and they scored. But to come back and score again, a defense you just got scored on twice. That's a big pill to swallow going into the rest of this game. With 6:49 on the clock.
Field goal, or extra point rather, is good. 28-21, taking up a lot of clock in the 3rd quarter through those first 2 possessions.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home.
10th rushing touchdown of the season for the Modesto Junior College Pirates as the Rams get the ball back. They had a chance to take the lead again coming out of the half, but an interception from Vance led to a Modesto touchdown, and the Rams with a fantastic kickoff return nearing midfield.
And we got a flag on the field.
Oh, goodness.
And we talked earlier about this. Returning the ball versus letting it bounce in the end zone, you can have amazing field position if you take it out. And I am liking both teams right now are doing that. They have the opportunity to get it out there. But I'd like to see it a little bit more.
The kick return average for Fresno City is 22 yards, which you can expect most of those are caught inside the 10-yard line, maybe even the end zone. But got it all the way past the 40, but it doesn't matter. It's coming back.
There was a guy that played at City College a long time ago that averaged 32 yards a kick return, which is pretty wild when you think about it. You catch the ball on the 10, your average starting position's on the 40 plus. If you catch it on the 5, you're on the 35. That's like a touchback in the NFL. That's a short field to work with when you have a heavy firepower. I'm not going to say what that guy's name is, but I heard he was pretty good.
Well, you said that there are some stories from you in your time here playing. Tell us some more.
Yeah, I played safety as a freshman and returned kicks, and I got to return kicks with Maurice Morris, who, like I said, was the national yard holder in running back yards and running yards. But we had a lot of it was me and him back there, and oftentimes they would kick to him over me. I was a north-south runner, and I hit the hole fast. And I knew that that area of the game, you can change the dynamic, you can change momentum. If you can bust the big one, you bring the momentum back on your side of the field, especially after a touchdown. And that's why that doesn't change the momentum when you let it bounce. But if you can take it out and get a big run, you can completely change the momentum of the game.
Quick pass to the right side, trying to move forward, beat him out for a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and long for Fresno City. But as we look at the athletes on the field, junior college level, it's not a bad level. Everyone looks at, there's D1, D2, D3, NAIA, then junior college. And that's how it's always put in order. Although, is that Hall of Fame? Is that what you're showing me right now?
Yes, sir. But no, you're right. It's kids that don't necessarily get that chance, or they might have grade issues, but the athletic ability out there on the field, it is of a college level. This is high-level athleticism. They just weren't mature enough to go to that next level, but it's a great breeding ground to put those kids to the next level.
And we see it very often when FBS teams play FCS teams, because it's still D1, but you have the separation in level of play and who they play. And earlier this season, Colorado with head coach Deion Sanders, they played at North Dakota State University, which arguably is the #1 team ever in FCS football. But you have these guys that are at that top level that you can play at the time versus the guys that are kind of right there next to him, and the angles of attack that some defenders would make obviously aren't the angles that those FBS players take, which leads to Colorado winning that game. And of course, the athlete level, like we were talking about, is different, but it's also the skill level of knowing the IQ of looking at the field, saying this player can run this fast, I need to take this angle, all in the split second of how the play is happening.
Absolutely. And the other thing is the depth. Is their second and third stringers are not so far behind the first string that they get out there and it's like, okay, we're tired. You just put in a whole new personnel, and they're all as fast as the guys before, and they're all as good as the guys before. So that's a little bit of the caveat too. When you get smaller teams, they just don't have the ability to match numbers for numbers.
Not going to lie, I lost the ball on that. I thought he handed it off, and either way, the defense sniffed out both players and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage. And we see, as you have pointed out, that the Modesto defense interchanges almost 8 or 9 players on defense, depending on what play they think is going to be brought out. And 2 players that remain on the field is the defensive back, Kenoa Ontai, the sophomore defensive back, and then number 8, the linebacker, Robert Burciaga, who's one of the heads of that defensive team coming from my high school, Somerville, up in Tuolumne.
Oh, nice. It's fun watching the kids that went to your high school play. We have a few of them out there on the city side. It's really cool to watch them grow.
Vance throws an interception right to him. Pushes the man down and tackled at the 20. Vance, what happened there?
Honestly, I think that there was a brain lapse. He went out, there was a guy behind him, and I just don't think he saw him.
Quick glitch in the matrix. Vance just not able to see the character in front of him. That's Derek Kirkendall, the 6'2" freshman linebacker out of Downey, local Modesto player, earning the interception, and now that's 4 on the season, 3 in this one game.
And he looked like in that position, he was baiting him. He was, I think he was spying him because he was coming over on top of him. And then as he went to attack, like he was going to run, that's when he threw it, but he just didn't make a good throw. But again, this defense is coming out right now, and they're showing why they're ranked so high. And the games, these games they're taking over right now. And the defense has showed up to play the second half, and that means halftime adjustments were made.
Weaver to the air on 1st and 10. First play back in the offense, and he gives it right back in the end zone. Fresno City takes over at the 20 after the Weaver interception. Back-to-back turnovers. That's number 15, Jordan Black, the freshman, taking it right back and putting the Rams in perfect position to tie the game. This was the one a moment ago from Vance. And then here it is from Weaver, one of the best passing players we've seen in the junior college level, and somehow just puts it in the wrong position.
he set that play up so good. The shoulder pump was awesome. I just don't think he threw it far enough to the outside for his receiver. Because in that play, when you're running out of real estate, you can only throw it in the one spot your guy can catch it and not in front.
Fresno City known for their abilities to intercept the ball as they'll run this one down to the 43-yard line. A great play back, but there are multiple flags down. That is the 11th interception on the season for Fresno City.
Wow. That's quite a bit. Now, going back to that play, I was watching a high school football game last night. Harold Duvall from Clovis East. His wingspan must be 85 inches. It's like it doesn't look normal. But they throw those kind of jump balls. He's got such long arms, he can reach over the defender and still outreach the defender's arms outstretched. And they're throwing him balls like that. So with a guy like that, you can throw all of these type of throws. So it just matters on the personnel. If you don't have a wingspan like that, you got to put it on the outside where only he can catch it. But, the defense is playing hard right now. I don't feel like they have we're now at 1st and 20.
You're going to try to put it back on the run after the huge gain. It was brought back, and that's the reason because of the holding call. But Fresno City's defense, 4th in the state on interceptions, and it shows up in a game that matters in conference play. You have to make sure that you're on the top of the conference. You want to win every single game, get yourself a bowl game, continue into the postseason. And with such a close game, after giving up the ball like that, the momentum, mood swings. It goes one way. It favors almost 100% into the Modesto side, and just by one play, one simple catch by a defender, it swings it right back nearly 100% the other way. Ball is beautifully thrown, caught, and outrunning the defender. Fresno City will breeze into the end zone. 3 plays, one was brought back, but this one goes to the end zone for number 9, Najee Cox from Yajae Vance.
That's a big-time play right there. Again, they're exploiting that single coverage. When you have somebody like that in full stride and you're throwing it.
Vance pops it over. Defender had no chance, wasn't even sure if the ball was going to him. And Cox puts it to the golden turf and a chance to tie with the extra point.
And that's the thing. When you come out and score that first drive, it does give you a little bit of breathing room. Because right now, if they don't score that, if this would have happened on the first drive, now they're up. But at least we're even, regroup, come back down the field.
Hit the right upright in no good. Modesto will hold on to the lead. It was a perfect play, perfect ball for 6 points, but the extra point goes off the upright and falls to the turf. 28-27, continuing to the third quarter after this.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our Unlimited Wash Club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service.
Touchdown from Fresno City, but the extra point hits the upright high on the post. And, if that goes over the upright, but it's on top of it, it's good. And so he either just didn't have the height or he didn't have the aim, whichever way you want to take it. But nonetheless, Fresno down by 1 and going to give the ball back to Modesto after 2 back-to-back interceptions.
And for Fresno City, it's pretty unfortunate to miss that because you go and you get the momentum on a huge play. You're feeling great. That one element of the game, that kick, now all of a sudden, don't you have the point, but now you lost the momentum. It's no longer there. It became muted by that single kick.
Modesto will take the touchback, start at the 20, and Fresno City's defense will return to the field hoping to stop Weaver, which is not easy to do.
I'm really impressed by his play today. It's been really good. I know there have been interceptions, mistakes, but cleaning that up is not as difficult to do when you have the talent that he has because he can run, he can pass. I mean, he's a really good quarterback. From Manteca.
Weaver to the ground after throwing that interception. Be interesting to see how Modesto's offense and their offensive coordinator run plays from this point on, because the interception not only can get into the head of the entire offense, it gets into the head of the quarterback. Can he recover? Can he forget about that play? But then it also allows the defense of Fresno to know that they can be a little more strict on where they're going, how close they play the receiver, and maybe get another one. Weaver keeps it himself and it gains some confidence back on the ground as he runs 9 yards.
I really like that call too. You give him something positive, some positive yards. You give him in a situation where you can run or pass right now, but put it in his hands. Let him go. He's been playing great all game long. A mistake shouldn't take him out. Let him earn his confidence back and make a big play. We got press coverage down here at the bottom and no safety up top. Wow, nice. Look at this, he's going.
Colon into Fresno territory, cuts back to midfield. He has a couple of blockers, has another man to miss, and from behind, down at the 25-yard line.
I think number 12's ankles over there might be he cuts really hard. Oh.
Injury timeout for a Ram. We're going to take a break with the teams as we see the finish to Cologne's run.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time. The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
Injured Ram on the field was Noah Taylor, the sophomore defensive back, slowly making his way back to the Fresno City sideline. We have a score of 28-27 nearing the end of quarter 3. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Sean Soares by my side. We go back to just 2 drives ago when Modesto had the ball last. Luke Weaver threw an interception in the end zone after Modesto just got it back from an interception. That was his third interception of the year, and he has 11 passing touchdowns entering this game without the touchdowns today.
Wow. And he still played a great game. So it's only a matter of time before those balls start to drop in on his. That happen in his favor for sure. When you put in hard work and you do what you're supposed to do and you know the game, because you can tell he's studied. What he's doing, he's practiced. It just starts to click one day, you know? And it's games like these where you know you're coming into a hostile house against a great team. It starts to work.
on the ground. Another great fake. I was looking at 4 different players before I found who had the ball. It'll be 3rd and short for them. And back to Weaver real quick. 60% pass completion entering today's game. He had 69 completions on 114 attempts, but also 1,100 yards in those 69 completions, averaging just under 10 per pass.
Wow. That's a high-powered offense right there.
His efficiency rating, 169.4.
Wow.
Looks like the teams will move back to the sidelines. We'll take another break on NorCal Sports TV. It's 28-27. Modesto up by 1, looking to the end zone when we come back.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our Unlimited Wash Club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
Final 15 minutes in Fresno. Modesto Junior College, 28. Fresno City, 27. He's Sean Soares. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, in Modesto, knocking out the door in the red zone for 3rd and 4. We thought coming into this game they would have some issues in the red zone. The only trouble that they had was a goal line fumble by Luke Weaver. That was his first turnover of the game. Second one came just moments ago at the end of the 3rd on an interception. He's going to run this himself, hold on to the ball to make it a first down play as they inch closer to that goal line. And Fresno City, after missing the extra point the last time they scored, could be the decider in the game. Their offense needs to step it up, or their defense needs to step it up. Of course, we'll accept both, but at the same time, somebody needs to step up if they want a chance at winning this game. Play action. Weaver. Short pass. Bumps into his own man running backwards, and it virtually goes nowhere. Maybe a yard.
There looked to be a little confusion because they were both on the same route, so there might have been a little bit of miscue right there.
Thompson on the tackle.
This is where I'd like to see Butler get more involved in the offense. You're 6'8", you have great hands, you have a wingspan. Let's get him the ball down low right here. Especially if you're having, not the best of luck in the red zone. I'd like to see what he can do down here.
2nd and roughly 10. Weaver drops back and starts to run. Another great stop by the Fresno City defense. This is the time just talked about. They need to step up, and they are in the red zone.
Yep. And again, the way their defense has been playing right now, we started out hot, both teams. Score. But now I feel like it's becoming a defensive struggle. And the defenses are showing up right now.
Weaver with 2 backs, gives it to Cologne, and now it's 4th down. What's the decision, Coach?
Honestly, the way my defense has been playing, I'm kicking a field goal if it's me. Because this goes to show, I know the offense, they really want to get that score, but 3 long yards. Yeah, your defense is playing stout right now. This gives your defense more confidence because your coach is saying, look, I trust you to stop them. Which the offense right now, they are rolling. Red zone, we're having a little bit of trouble. Let's take the points. Now that 1 point that we had, it makes a huge difference. Because now they're going to have to score a touchdown instead of just a field goal to tie it.
Manuel Duran, the freshman, for the field goal. That is no good. Wide left. The door is open as Fresno City earns the ball back. We had the quarter of scoring, the quarter of turnovers, and now the quarter of missed kicks.
But those are both parts of the game that are so important. And I get there's multiple parts to it, especially when, you know, a lot of times at the junior college level, the long snapper plays other positions. You know, the higher up they go, that's all they do. So that didn't look like it was a clean hold, clean put down, maybe a little low of a snap, but it does affect every aspect of the kick in that.
We mentioned whether it was the end of the second quarter, beginning of the third, you were looking at Markarian, who was the quarterback to start the game, and he was looking at his shoulder, talking to the coach, and Vance is going to stay in the game for the fourth quarter. Thought maybe it could be a back and forth thing where they're going to start a couple of different quarterbacks, but it looks like Vance will just be the one to take over and potentially win this game for Fresno.
And again, I don't know how much work. I mean, usually at this level they get a decent amount of work with the starters. But right now, there was the long touchdown, but I haven't seen the offense for Fresno City working as dynamically as they were with Markarian in the game.
Fresno City with the football, their own 22, facing a 2nd and 8. Vance from the pistol. 2 options at receiver. Scans. Looks like he regrets the decision to pull the ball out. Gets rid of it. Almost complete.
Great defense.
Defense snuck their hand in there and pulled the cookie out of the jar before they had a chance.
It looked like he was open on the initial post. It was a short post, but the defense was swarming so far from that side he couldn't get the ball over the defensive line, so he had to scramble. But that's great defense, just flowing with the ball and making a great play on the throw.
Yajae Vance, entering this game, had played all 6 games. He had 34 completions on 50 attempts, including 2 interceptions, while Markarian, the leader, 53 of 87 with 4 interceptions. So Vance arguably has the better percentage at 68% rather than 60, but also the interception to completion ratio is not looking good for him. This is caught at the 45 into Modesto territory with another pass reception to Marshall Sanders.
That was a great play. And I think sometimes it's settling in, especially when you come in off of an injury of a teammate, or even if you come in off the bench, you're sometimes not fully, because the nerves have been the nerves going into the game, they don't fully get like resolved until you get in the game. So sometimes these big plays right here, when your players make a good play for you, that does a good job for you as a quarterback and your confidence.
1st and 10 at the 48 of Modesto. Marion Gaines-Smith will earn a couple more. And Vance, that last play, unbelievable again. He was scanning to see what the defense was doing, pulled the ball out. His option got cut off immediately, had to roll out, take his time. Wasn't afraid to take a hit if he needed, but able to get the ball out for that first down.
Yeah, he's definitely settled in. When he first came in, he was a little, like I said, he was a little bit nervous. And now he's like confident in his game, going back to what he knows.
Manuel Duran was the one who kicked the field goal for Modesto just a moment ago. That's only his 2nd miss of the season. He's attempted 4 now, so he's 2 of 4. As Vance, a run which we haven't seen him do much. We've seen Weaver run the ball a lot. Markarian, when he was in, had a couple of runs as well.
Brings up their down.
Probably in 4-down territory right here. For sure. 3rd and 4 from the 42. Marquise Crawford coming into the game. Najee Cox in the game.
Yeah, with the way they've been able to sustain drives. This, I mean, it's 9:40 in the game, but to get Modesto back the ball, I don't think he got it there.
Got about half the distance he needed. 4th and 2, and we have the local Fresno City College radio team right beside us, and they mentioned a moment ago before the play even happened that you'd have to think it's 4th down territory and you're going to go for this because you don't want to give Modesto the ball back, first of all, unless there's a score.
I do like the decision to go for it. on Fresno City side, but now it's time for the defense to step up.
Vance on 4th and 2, some movement
That
on the red
changes-
side.
That changes everything.
Full start. Offense. Number 93. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
I would almost right here try to get him to jump. And I mean, he just to get that back, but this is a difficult situation right here.
That needs to be a stat category. I want to know how many times a team has a penalty on a play where they can't have a penalty like that. It seems so often that it happens. I don't know what the percentage it is, but it just seems like it happens almost every time. Vance escaping, tripped up, threw it, but he's going to be down at the 50, and Modesto takes over after the failed 4th down conversion.
I like the adjustment they made, though. If you saw, they put the safety over top. They passed him off from the corner, passed him off to the safety, and that's where he was looking initially. And then he comes back, that's not there. He had to roll out and change his mind and then find something on the other side. Because he's been going in that situation. He's been going to number 9 on that deep ball because it's been there. But now when the safety was over the top, he didn't have that.
And now not only do you give the ball back over to Modesto, you also don't score, and you give it to him at the 50.
And with the running attack of Modesto, now they got 2 fullbacks in the game. They're in 4-minute offense, I would assume.
Weaver pulled it out of Cologne's arms, throws incomplete. That'll stop the clock and make it 2nd and 10 for Modesto. We've seen them escape this position before, but the play to go on 1st and 10 from the 50, when you want to run the clock, you're in the lead by 1, have a chance to possibly make it 2 possessions or just force a Rams 2-point conversion. If it comes down to that, I don't think that was the best play call for them, but I'm not a football coach. I didn't even play, so I can't say too much to that. But if it did work out, Coach would have looked like a genius.
Yeah, oh yeah. And I think on that one, Weaver missed the tight end running across on a little shallower route on the outside.
Running play earns about half the yards they need. Actually, they're going to put him shorter than I thought he got, 3 yards.
I would have liked that play on the 1st down, open up more options, because in that play right there, it's got to be a high percentage play where you're going to catch the ball, keep the clock moving. But the defense of Modesto has come out in this second half. They made adjustments, great adjustments.
They're going to load up this bottom side with Hernandez and Butler, 2 players that have caught multiple passes today. Weaver most likely looked that way. He does, but he fakes and goes to the flat for a little screen play. 1st down and plenty more. Joey Stout out of Pittman gets the big 1st down play and keeps Modesto rolling.
That right there, that's the kind of play that I like in this situation. You keep the clock moving, because even if you go down and score right here, they're going to have to score, like you said, with a 2-point conversion, and then you're going to get the ball back with a little bit of time, and then you're going for a field goal. But this, I mean, you have a strong running attack. I'd like to see them run the ball a little bit right here.
It's exactly what they do with Cologne, but the defense was ready for it. There's one thing about running the ball. You want to see the run game. You know that's the best for the team, but the defense also knows that's exactly what you're going to do. So you need to put a run play out there that the defense isn't going to be able to stop for a 2-yard loss, maybe a 2-yard gain. Of course, you want 3, but even if it's positive, that's going to help the team.
Yep. There looked to be a little bit of a miscommunication down there on the O-line, too, because multiple guys got in unblocked.
In the backfield with Weaver is number 27, Juan Esquives, a 5'10" freshman running back. He looks small out there, standing next to Weaver, who's evading tackles left and right, pushing down the middle. A huge gain on 2nd and 12 when Weaver was looking to pass, scrambled outside of it, looking for options his entire way through.
Yes, even stepping up into the pocket on a run, still looking for somebody to throw to. That's high level, and you can't really teach that, because a lot of guys, when they tuck that ball to run, they're running. But the good ones can continue, keep their eyes downfield and make a throw at the very last possible moment. I haven't seen Line out of the game too much. He asked for himself to come out, so I don't know if he's feeling something right now. Maybe he's a little bit tired.
Stout is in motion. They give it to the secondary back, who gets the 1st down. That is number 27, Esquives.
That is a huge run.
And I noticed Butler went out of the game on that play, but they brought in Glenn Weber, the other tight end, who's a 6'6" freshman out of Orostemba.
Wow. 6'8", 6'10". I mean, 6'8", 6'6". Those are some big tight ends right there with only time to grow. I mean, they're to an age right now. It's like they still have so much growth as far as mentally in the game, emotionally in the game, but physically.
And you have these guys that play in the high school divisions. Orostemba, part of the Trans Valley League, as Weaver has this one slip through his hands, picks it back up, throws out of bounds, incomplete.
What a great play. To get the ball with your back to the defense, and they're coming for you on that play, and then you throw it out of bounds. That's a great play right there. And it's those little plays like that that make the biggest difference in the terms of a game. Because if he gets sacked back here, you might even be pushed out of field goal range. I mean, it just changes everything. Now you're looking at 2nd and 10 versus 2nd and 20.
Weaver has the spread, 2 bottom, 2 top. Trying to get the defense to jump. Can't do so.
And a lot of times what they do is they do that to see what is the defense going to do, and then they call their play off of that. And I really like that type of offensive calls.
Last time in this position, Modesto was stopped to make it 4th down. They kicked the field goal, which was missed. Weaver in trouble. To the 10 he goes. It'll be 3rd and 5. Modesto in a pickle.
I don't know if that was a design play, but it sure looked like it. I wonder what's going on right now with Lyon. He's still on the sidelines.
Down.
He went off a little gingerly. I don't know what's going on with him right now on the sidelines. I can't see over there if he's seeing a trainer or what.
Weaver, stout in motion, left to right. Another designed run. Weaver's not going to get it. In the pickle, sitting in the brine a little bit longer for Modesto. They have to decide what they need to do.
I think that I'd go back. I think I'd go back to the kick. Give your kicker, because you might need him at the end of this game with the point spread there is. I'd give him another opportunity. Okay, we get Lyon coming back into the game. I like to see that.
20 seconds on the play clock. Modesto's going to keep the offense out there. Lyon back into play, but if he went out gingerly and the defense knows that, most likely not going to go to him, but you never know. If he's out there, obviously he's healthy enough to run a play.
I would think, though, in this situation, if you're just going to if you're going to call a timeout, I would like to see them try to get the defense to jump.
Time ticks down to 3 minutes, 54 seconds. Modesto will be back on the 4th and 4 play after this message from American Asphalt.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goal.
4th and 4. Modesto's offense remains on the field. You get this, you can almost put the game away. Fresno City will have to move fast and react quicker. But it's Weaver and Colon in the backfield with 4 receivers. Trips to the bottom, including Butler and Stout. It's to Colon, and he is going to be close. I don't know.
I don't know if I like that spot. He reached the ball out in front of him.
There's an injured Pirate on the field, and they're going to say he didn't get the yardage. And I think that's Vink that's on the ground, one of the main targets for Modesto. Training staff will go check him out as the offense of the Rams get set to take the field again. We'll continue into the fourth quarter in a moment, and we'll be back with your thoughts.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our unlimited wash club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate, suit up. It's game time. Tune in to the Real Estate Play-by-Play podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Google.
Looking at this replay, I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact he came out and he's not feeling well, but right there as a running back, you've got to dive over and get that first down at all costs. At running back, you sacrifice your body. Instead of reaching it out, you've got to make that first down.
And reaching the ball out, too, it's not about just reaching the ball out. It has to be in the field of play. It's like soccer. Once that ball goes out of bounds, then it's out of bounds and it's no longer moving forward. So you need to make sure you're in play, the ball's in play, and you're reaching across the plane that you need to break. And there, he reached the ball out way too late. He was already a step out of bounds.
And I wonder if that has something to do. He came off the field. He was off the field for four or five plays. And maybe it was just something that in his body wasn't feeling right to go and sacrifice like that. But in that situation, running backs need to sacrifice.
Only a 1-yard gain on that last Rams play. Vance to the air. Over the middle for the first down. Fresno with some room to run and a couple of blockers. Tripped up and down to the 36-yard line. A huge gain on offense, and Fresno City exactly what they need. They can take the time down, and they don't want to leave any time for Modesto. So you just keep ticking the seconds off the clock, but you need to make sure that that ball either goes through the uprights or into the end zone before time expires.
Yes. And Vance is looking pretty confident in the pocket right there. He went through his reads. He came down. It's like he didn't panic in the pocket. That was a good play by Fresno City. Now we got two high safeties.
Vance back to the air game. Ball is loose and picked up by the defense. Inside the 10, Modesto with a 1-point advantage right there back in the red zone after the fumble recovery return.
Talk about a tale of turnovers this game. That's huge. With 2:32 left, they have 3 timeouts. That's a great defensive play. But again, they've been bend, don't break this whole game. Wow. Okay, they're escorting somebody off the field. So they're going to have to use their timeouts here. If I'm coaching at Modesto, I'm going to run the ball. I'm going to run that clock all the way down because the points right now are important, but they're not as important as wiping all that time off the clock.
Now, I saw this in a game last night that was on NorCal Sports TV, Somerville versus Hillmar in the Upper Valley near where Modesto is. And Hillmar, a great TVL team, they panicked too soon, and they were trying to make big plays before they needed to. And it seemed Vance was just trying to get out of the pocket and continue to do something big for his offense, which resulted in Modesto getting the ball back. And there was still plenty of time left to where he could have taken a hit, he could have taken a small loss of yards, and you don't need to be the hero on every play. And sometimes being the hero is taking that hit instead of somebody else or giving the ball up like he did.
Right. So I think that timeout, that was a fast timeout call by Tony Caviglia and the Rams. And again, that situation right there, I don't know if something's going on with Lyon, but it was punched out at the end. I know they blew the whistle, but in those situations as a running back, it's like you don't want to put that ball on the ground because you don't know, and what if that happens if they don't blow that whistle for that forward progress being stopped. But with the time we got on the clock, I would continue to run the clock out, make them use their last timeout so they don't have anything on offense.
2 minutes, 25 seconds. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Modesto leading by 1. We saw a lot of scores in the first half. In the second half, it was somewhat of a replication, except the end zone wasn't there for either team.
Yes.
Second and goal from the 7.
In this situation, I'd like to see a high percentage play on offense to keep the clock going, make them use another timeout.
The pistol. Cologne behind Weaver. Play action. Cologne blocking. Defender chasing. Can't get a grip on him. He'll gain 2 yards to make it 3rd and goal, but Weaver still at a distance from the end zone.
And in that situation as a quarterback, when you know that the clock is, it's still going.
I don't know about that call. The white hat just signaled to continue to run the clock, and I don't know if Fresno City knows.
3rd and goal.
Coaches are a couple yards deep into the field, and there is going to be the timeout called. So that's the second from Fresno in the second half. Or my apologies, no, the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
Forgot that was the new rule in college
Yeah, the new
play.
rule, the new rule. I'm not.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com.
3rd and goal from the 6. 2-minute timeout, so nobody gets charged with 1. Each team still has 2. Modesto up by 1. Weaver. The handoff. This will be stopped. No gain. 4th down and goal for Modesto, and Fresno calls their second timeout.
And again, I see Lyon on the sidelines, not in this situation. After he's been running really good all day.
Weaver going to the sidelines. Both teams will talk about what they want to do and what a 4th and goal play will mean with a 1-point game.
Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our Unlimited Wash Club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Host Christy Martinelli, top-ranked realtor worldwide, and Daniel Olbrantz, mortgage industry leader, will give you the play-by-play tools to reach your real estate goals. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just have a love for real estate.
Coach, you want them to kick the field goal. They do bring the unit out. This is where he missed last time.
This is huge right here.
For 3 more. It is good. Through the uprights, Modesto will make it a 4-point game, force Fresno City to find the end zone to take this game. 1 minute, 55 seconds. Modesto will kick off to Fresno in just a moment, but here is the field goal attempt. The defense got into the backfield too. The special teams really pushed back into there. But a good job by the kicker to get that out fast, trust his holder to put the ball to the ground.
And Modesto's defense has been stout this whole half. They went into halftime, made great adjustments. Now it's like, again, going back to trust your defense. Defense win championships. And this right here, it's an early game in league. But this is championship caliber football right here.
Both teams have had explosive plays, and with Vance taking over at the quarterback position, he's had but I believe more explosive plays to not from what Markarian had when he was in the game in the first quarter. But never quite sure what anyone has ready when they need it. The clutch factor is what they call it. Fielded in the end zone, but he'll bring it back out. Has slightly open field, will get better position than what he would have had if he just let it go. Still on his feet, moving through blockers and tacklers. Great field position as he makes it to the 44.
And that's the exact play that we've been talking about all game as far as taking the ball out. This is the one part of the game where you can change the field with one play. It's harder to do it on offense, but this, because it can be such a broken type of play, you can get a lot of yards, and they just did that right now. Now they have a short field. They have to score a touchdown. It was no longer a field goal is an option. They have to score a touchdown, so we'll see what they can do with this 141 left.
Not only do they need to score, but they can't leave enough time either for Modesto to get the ball back. We saw them score with 30 seconds left in the first half. That tied the game back up. We thought we were going into the half with Fresno City up a touchdown, but because they left 30 seconds, that leads us to now. I mean, it affects the rest of the game. Yes. And Modesto has now a 4-point lead. And Coach, you were just pointing out one of the players that went out of the field earlier. That was Noah Taylor, and his entire left ankle's wrapped up and with crutches. Second and 10 after the incompletion, empty backfield. The bottom for Vance, Marshall Sanders. He had the last touchdown for Fresno City, trying to get the defense to jump. Vance claps his hands, looks back at the sideline to Markarian and the offensive coordinator for the call. Vance with 5 options downfield. Defense collapsing on him. Needs to get rid of it or take it himself. Not much room to run. Tackled by the helmet for no gain. 3rd and 10.
That was a great play by that defender. He tracked him down. He ran from a long way away and made that play. Because if he doesn't make that play, he's going to skirt upfield a little bit more, get out of bounds. But now the clock is still going. Tackles him inbounds, the clock is going.
Back in the spread, 3rd and 10. Vance escaping the pocket, decides to take it. He has 3 white jerseys in front of him, including the stripes. He earns 7. It's 4th and 3 at midfield and a timeout taken.
Do they have 1 timeout left?
I believe they still have 1 timeout.
No, now that was their final one. Man, this is a very tough situation for Fresno City to be in, and a great one for Modesto.
The receivers have to be ready. The secondary for Modesto has been on point in this 4th quarter, and they need to continue for 54 more seconds.
And the line is coming. They're because they're not going to run the ball. So your line, they're just pin their ears back and go as hard as they can.
4th and 3 from the 49. Right now, it's not end zone. It's first down. That's all you need. You just need to make it to the 47-yard line on the Modesto side of the field. That's all you're looking at. The defense knows that, but they can't slack off in that secondary. They need to continue to guard those men that are running down the field despite Fresno City just focusing on 3 yards.
And in this situation, the run is on the table because you can still go up and clock it and you get the first down. Because you're not going to end up using all the plays.
Amarion Gaines-Smith will be to the left of Vance. On 4th and 3, the game on the line, defense at the ready. 4 receivers for Vance, looks to the air, has them open for the first down, slips through 2 tacklers, 3rd one, trying his hardest as he gets him down by the right leg. That is number 11, Ramon Ruiz, the sophomore, showing up in the time of need, pushing the ball down to the 34-yard line, and Fresno City will waste no time. They spike the ball to stop the clock. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34.
Is that a college rule that clocking the ball from the shotgun? I thought that was intentional grounding. Usually when you clock it, you have to be under center. Is that not the thing anymore?
It's a great question that I don't know, and I'm going to look up after this game.
Yeah, interesting.
Vance back to the air, one-on-one. Defensive back looks in the direction, a one-handed catch. But a yard
amazing
out of bounds.
catch out of bounds. My goodness.
Najee Cox, the sophomore receiver, showing off his one-handed abilities.
He's showing that he can play at the next level. There's a bunch of people on this field today that could play at the next level.
And Vance, too, with his precision, putting that ball right in place to where the defensive back can't get his hands up to it. And that's up to the receiver to make sure he's inbounds in a position. Because if he was a yard in, Vance would have thrown it a yard closer, and that would have been a play that earned them the yards they needed.
Yep.
For now, Modesto calls their timeout. That's the second of the half. Only one timeout in play. That's for Modesto. 31-27, nearing the end of the game. Can Fresno hold on? We'll find out next.
The time to get in shape is finally here. The Boss Move Fitness app is here to help you accomplish your goals with a customized meal plan, day by day, with a shopping list to make sure that you're eating something nutritious and delicious to help you lose the belly fat for good. It also comes with a customized workout plan, whether you're in a gym or at home, so therefore you never ever have to question what you're doing to make sure you get in the shape that you want to be in. Get started today at GetStartedAtBossMoveFitness.com to accomplish your goals in no time.
3rd and 10. Fresno City from the 34-yard line. Game on the line. Under 40 seconds to play. Vance in the pocket, throwing. He has him inside the 15, off the fingertips and incomplete to Marshall Sanders. Vance with a beautifully thrown ball over the one man he had to beat. The defense was closing in on him from left to right. Maybe a little shaken up, knowing that he didn't want to get hit.
In that situation, you're playing in the zone coverage. You catch that ball and you can get down. Number one is catching the ball. It doesn't matter, run after the catch. That's a dangerous catch, but it should be made.
Amarion Gainsmith in the backfield. He'll help for extra blockers. Vance has time. Throws near the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete. No flags. 4th down fail. Modesto gets the ball back and will close it out with a knee with only 21 seconds.
And in that situation, they're both going for the ball. They have an equal chance to go to the ball, both of them. And they just collided at that point of contact. So I think that's a good no call.
One player from each team spent some time on the ground. Modesto still on the ground, and here's a look at that play again. Vance throwing at the line of scrimmage. As long as part of his body is behind that line, he can still throw it. He made sure of that, and that ball just a shot in the dark, hoping that the receiver can pull it down.
But it just goes back to show on that last play, again with that post across the middle, catching the ball, going down to it. You don't have to run with the ball on that. And again, a low pass is not the easiest to catch, but it's your responsibility to make that catch. And going down to get that, you're looking at a whole different ball game right here, because now it would have been 1st and 8, 1st and 6. But I do agree on that no call right there.
Jaden Moses was the injured defensive back for Modesto. Weaver will take to the field for the last time, one knee and out. And Modesto, due to their field goal kicker, due to the missed extra point from Fresno, will win this game by 4 points, 31-27 in the first game of conference play.
This is a great victory. To come in on the first league game and to do this in your enemy's house, that's a huge win for Modesto.
Modesto Junior College Pirates take their final knee. Weaver will make his way to the line. 31-27 as the time ticks down. Coach, we saw a lot in this game, and both teams, I feel like, played equally well. Just in the end, it came down to that missed extra point that forced Fresno into overpower mode, in which they just needed to do everything to get down to the end zone and just couldn't find it.
Yes, that 1 point, like you said, it's going to come down to that 1 point. And that 1 point it came down to, because in this situation, if you didn't have that, you kick a field goal, and you live to fight in overtime. And that's just how important every key element is of the game.
Any last thoughts for us, Coach?
No, I think this is a great time. You know, they came out to play. You had all the players on both sides. They played their hearts out. You know, Weaver showed that he's a top-notch player, as did several players on the other team. You know, so it was a great game. They all played hard, and it was a fun one to watch.
Fresno City next week will move up the 99 past Modesto and move into Sacramento City. Meanwhile, Modesto will be on the road against Reedley, the former home of NFL quarterback Josh Allen. That'll do it for us from Fresno. For Sean Soares, I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Modesto with a 4-point win over the Fresno City College Rams, 31-27. We'll see you next time on NorCal Sports TV.
See ya.